the stuff that happens with Captain Keyes, which
Yeah.
they did actually end up incorporating some of those lines as voice lines into the remake, and the Marine who got a defective flood form and just barely resisted.
I mean, there's 3 things they did better. I could not read. I had to put the flood book when the flood actually showed up. I had to put it down because it freaked me the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
You know
In a
what?
way,
Fair.
I had
They
not been
did a
freaked
good
out in a
job with
while
that.
by a zombie story. It's like,
Yeah,
nope,
you know what? Fair.
nope.
I'll give you that.
I
They
got to
did a
come back
good
to this
job
in a
with
month.
that.
I am not in a good headspace for this. But no, and it
That's fair
was
enough, yeah.
God, in the same place I saw people making this claim. Someone else was like, just ignore the like. I'm paraphrasing somewhat with this, but like basically ignore these chuds. They'd be so mad if they found out about all the powerhouse of women in Halo lore, and starts listing off Keyes, Victoria. It's like these are all people I like. They're well written. What the fuck do you
aren't
mean
these
people who hate
characters-
Williams would hate them?
Like, I've never played Halo, but I know like the basic gist of the characters and some of the characters. But don't people like
Yeah.
Keyes and shit? Like, aren't they
Yes.
popular?
Yes.
I would say
Yeah, it's
lots of
specifically his
people
daughter.
remain
They're talking
very pissed off
yeah,
that Miranda
like-
Keyes got.
Yeah, like the characters it's like these are all super popular female characters in Halo. Why would
This
why
is like-
would a Halo fan be mad
Yeah,
about
but
them
and
existing?
you know why they were popular female characters? It's because
They were people.
pretty much aside
they
from
were
Kelly
written as
and Linda. Well, yes, but aside from Kelly and Linda, their feats were not feats of strength, of physical strength. They weren't beloved characters because they 1v1'd a hunter and won.
Yeah, we loved Miranda Keyes because she is like the walking definition of grit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, speaking
She
of
gets
Kelly
punched in the
and-
face by a brute and is like, fuck you, I'm still
Yeah.
gonna keep going.
I didn't hear no
and
bell.
speaking of, people still liked Kelly and Linda. People really loved Kat.
Oh, well,
from
yes, but
Reach.
I'm specifically
Like-
saying, I'm not saying that people
Just-
didn't like them, I'm just saying aside from the literal super soldiers.
Yeah, aside from the ones who did have the boon of super strength.
Yes, aside from the
by the
ones
way,
who are
I've
literally
always- by the way,
expected to be that strong.
I've always hated the ODST dislike of, because like it all comes like a lot of it is hinted to have come from when an unknown Spartan killed an ODST or two. It's like, well, I know who that is because that was covered in the books.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what is always conveniently ignored is the ODSTs started it, didn't expect the newly born super soldier to hand them their asses because he was still getting used to his strength. And there wasn't that point for some, like, if the author was a little more in tune with military personnel, there would have been moments like, guys, we can't say shit about this because when command finds out we started it, they will shit can our entire fucking platoon before they do anything to the freak. Let's
Yeah,
just
pretty
go.
much.
Yeah. Also, here's the thing. You totally could have had it as you could have absolutely had it as one ODST over on the side who didn't participate went, that fucking dickhead just killed my mates. And he spreads that story throughout the entire thing. And guess what? Gossip culture, alive and well in the military. Problem resolved.
Yeah, I don't remember them doing that with that particular scene in the book is the issue.
No, they didn't. I'm saying if they had
should
done that, problem resolved.
Yeah.
Yeah, which also would have made for some interesting interactions with ODSTs in games of like, I thought they'd be a lot worse considering the rumors. Just make just make allusions to gossip about that stuff over the years, but they didn't. Mostly because if an ODST is being deployed with Spartan, shit's exceptionally fucked.
Well, I
They
mean,
are
it's also
Two
just
ve-
like...
they are two very different special ops units.
Yes, but it's also like, the thing is, it's like, okay, yeah, cons of the Spartan. I heard they might have killed an ODST once. Pros of a Spartan. Literally saved Earth.
That's a fair
Hmm.
point. I expect, as is my example with like like a commissar being told that they're being given 3 custodians as backup. I
Right.
expect a reaction to like, oh yeah, don't worry, we're sending ODSTs and Spartans. Like, what the fuck did we get into? Why are you sending both?
We're
How
sending
fucked are we on
backup.
a scale
Don't
of 1
worry.
to
What's the backup? The Infinity.
Oh, we are.
Oh, we're so fucked.
Yeah. Also, Max,
I'm
it's
not
the
going
short.
home, am I?
It's the short, the babysitter.
Mm.
Babysitter.
Let me see
Basically,
the ODSTs are like, oh great, we have to babysit the Spartan.
Oh, that's funny, guys. That's funny.
Listen, it is actually.
I think Prototype is the one that I remember.
Prototype's the one you definitely
Prototype
remember.
Prototype was so good.
There's
Okay.
2 that I think are really, really good. And that is the 2 that I think are the best are Prototype and what was it? Homecoming. Because Homecoming is the one about how fucked Halsey is. It's like people who were already fans of it knew, but I was like, this is a great way to show everybody that Halsey's a piece of shit and she should be shot on sight.
Indeed.
By the way, I don't know why, but
package is fun, but it's not like it. The package and Odd One Out are really fun. They are obviously non-canon.
was Odd One Out 1337?
That's the one with Spartan 1337.
Spartan Leet.
Good old Leet.
That one was just so fun because it's like, all right, well, what are we doing here? Oh, we're just doing Dragon Ball bullshit. All right.
We're just doing Dragon Ball
thank you for giving me the measure of what to expect. I'm now turning off all other expectations to just appreciate whatever the fuck this is. For anyone interested, apparently YouTube has decided to put Halo Legends up free with ads currently in German.
Oh,
in German. I see.
I mean,
bold choice. Let's see if it plays off.
It
bold
does
choice
have
indeed.
English subs, so this might be how I watch Legends again. Odd One
I am
Out's
kind
gotta
of curious
be
about German.
fantastic. It's got to be fantastic in German. Have you listened to primary Spanish and German Might Guy? So good.
I have not.
So, anyway, gentlemen, I bring you terrible news.
Oh no.
You always bring us terrible news.
Oh, well, I mean, yes, that's true. I do. I am the bringer of terrible news. But this terrible news is more Fallout news. Of more women having women moments.
Oh, I thought you were about to say another
boy.
update has hit the building.
Oh, no, that update's actually the 15th, but they did just release a mini arc of Alien Invasion, so if you want to get Alien Invasion theme shit, that's happening this week.
We were talking about the 20 megabyte update to Fallout 4 that just occurred today that broke more mods again.
Yes, well,
can't
that
stop
should be
testing
expected.
Because I assume Todd hates people.
Yes. So I finished up the Brotherhood series of quests. And boy.
Oh boy.
Boy, oh boy. So the quests start, obviously, with you asking to join the Brotherhood. They say, all right, well, we're down on men, so sure, why not? Fuck it. You know, go do these fetch quests, talk to random people, report back to here, blah, 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 blah. You get brought in, you learn about the facility, you're in a little bit, blah, 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 blah. And then it comes plot time. So let me find the start of this here. God, it just keeps getting worse. Yeah, so the female, so so of course, in true 76 fashion, the leader of the Brotherhood, branch is an Iranian woman. And as I was mentioning on Sign Server, when I was talking with Orf about all this, it's very nice of Bethesda to make pre-war America so incredibly diverse and inclusive.
Yes.
And didn't it set in the 50s?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes and no. It's
yes.
America got time locked to the 50s for technology
And culture.
but like the
for culture
like
and tech.
No, I mean, the nukes went off
actual
in the 50s.
time is
No,
like
no, no.
the year.
Well, yeah,
like,
yeah, 2050 it went off. But
yeah,
culturally and like stylistically, we never
culturally,
left the 50s.
stylistically, yeah.
Okay.
technologically as well. Because
well, so the
technically
thing is
speaking,
with technology is that the technology took a different turn in where instead of finding the transistor, instead of inventing the transistor to basically make micro CPUs, they found some other technology that allowed them to do like nuclear powered cars and shit and
Yeah.
stable micro fusion reactors. So like their computers were really archaic.
in theory, you won't find a PCB as we understand them in the
Yes.
Fallout verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like microcircuitry is pretty big by our standards.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was hilarious. They sat here and they ran in there with.
Right. So anyway, very diverse, very inclusive and progressive and yada yada yada. It kind of undermines the constant themes they try to jam in there of how capitalism evil and white men ruin the world and blah blah blah. And it's like except you put all these women in positions of power, these very diverse women in positions of power. Like pre-war, like before the bombs dropped, not even just like post-war, like pre-war, before the bombs dropped, like you're finding holotape and it's like, oh, our first black Indian female senator, and it's like, okay, so kind of undermining your point here, guys.
I think 76 makes it worse because it isn't only 25 years after
20
the bombs
years.
drop.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes it even worse because it's even more recent.
Yeah, a lot
than,
of the
200
groups.
plus years.
Yeah, a lot of the groups actually survived the bombs dropping. Like one of the factions is literally just the police and the firefighters and the medics from hospitals that survived the bombs dropping.
Which, like, I want to be clear.
That makes sense.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Some of the better built buildings, probably shelters under there as well for emergencies.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. Also, the fact that Appalachia itself wasn't deemed a priority target, and so it didn't really get hit by a lot of bombs.
Probably, honestly, anything along the Appalachian Range probably came out just fine because we don't have much in the way of population centers or places to stick weapon stockpiles because it's a massive fuck off mountain range that have horrible stories of people disappearing over the centuries.
Yes. But anyway, so Iranian woman leads this chapter of the Brotherhood. And a terrible event occurred on their trip from the West Coast to the Appalachians, where you later find out that the Iranian woman stopped at this town. A army of raiders was going to show up at this town and, raid the town.
Do their thing.
And so she was like, oh, well, I believe in humanism, and we, the Brotherhood of Steel, should stop at this town, and we should help arm the survivors of this town and fight off the raiders. So they do that.
Okay.
and then they lose.
I'm not seeing an issue. So, how well equipped were the Raiders?
Apparently, there was a lot of fucking raiders. But also apparently it was only like 3 knights and the paladin, so only 4 people wearing power armor, and the rest were just dudes with armor, normal armor.
Okay. I'm still not understanding how they fucked this up because
They put a
power
woman in
armor-
charge. I don't know. I like that.
well, okay, but like no, like the power armor was like the ultimate equalizer. Like
It
this
is.
one power armor is worth almost 2 full squads.
More than that. I mean, honestly, canonically, a single guy in power armor can pretty much solo an army, because if you can't get through the power armor, then you can't kill them.
You're fucked.
And at the time, no
basically have to
weapons
wait
were
for them to run out
developed
of
that
ammo and
actually
fuel?
could
Yeah, I
get
would say you
through
basically
the
have to
power
wait for them
armor.
to run out of either ammo or batteries.
Yeah.
And the
pretty
fusion cores
much.
they were using had decently long lifespans.
Yes.
Because I remember that being a big. I don't know much about Fallout's lore, just that I really enjoyed playing my 2 playthroughs of New Vegas. But I do remember it's like, oh yeah, the power armor was such an equalizer, you could send like a tenth of the people
Yeah.
to hold off an entire fucking flank, if
Yeah.
need be. If not, have them push that flank themselves.
Yes.
Like, the only thing limiting them wasn't even their
It's how
power.
much
They weren't
ammo
using
they
their
could
jump
carry.
jets. Yeah, like, ammunition was a big thing. And even then, it's like, okay, cool. I've run out of ammo. Bad news for you. This gun doubles as a fuck-off club. They can just start swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when that doesn't
And
work,
even if
guess what? These
I'll just
hands
punch
were
you.
made for throwing.
yeah, these hands were
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Fallout treated power armor with the respect it fucking deserves.
Yeah,
least it
I mean,
did.
even in the in-game stats,
big,
it's
it's
like
heavy,
the
it's-
strongest armor in the game. Like the strongest armor in the game gives you like around 600-ish DR rating. The weakest power armor starts at 1400.
Yeah.
So yeah,
How do you throw a matchup like that so fucking hard?
apparently by being a woman. They don't give us any further
Sneaky-
details.
Sneaky, you know I don't like agreeing in situations like
I'm
this, especially
aware.
when sometimes you are exaggerating. This doesn't sound like an exaggeration. This sounds like, Sneaky's right. What the fuck did you mean by this, developers?
Well, and because apparently it gets even dumber, right? Because they gave out all of these super advanced hyper missile launchers called the Hellstorm batteries, which are so dangerous that the entire quest line of the Brotherhood of Steel revolves around you getting them back. And apparently they handed these out to the civilians to defend against the raiders with, and they still lost. And that's why the quest line revolves around them. It's because the raiders took them when they won. Yeah. So somehow these super dangerous missile launchers couldn't even win.
So I don't understand. Did they not explain how they somehow managed to win a matchup that was laughably in their favor? Based purely off of lore?
No, the only lore we get about what happened is that they lost and that one of the paladins died at... So not one of the paladins, one of the knights died at the battle because they managed to pierce his visor with a 50 cal bullet.
Ooh.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, yeah, that was
shot.
pretty much... I mean, if you have enough 50 cals, which... those are
Not exactly
distressingly
rare.
easy to get access to in Appalachia.
Yes.
Get mail slotted.
Yeah, pretty
Just
much.
get fucking mail slotted.
Use. What do you mean by that, Adam?
No, like the
What
amount
do you
of
mean
50
distressingly
calibers.
easy?
I mean exactly what I said, Max. 50 calibers are lying around the
God.
Fallout 76 Appalachia like they're candy.
Son, can you believe this fucking Yankee?
Right? That
Whoa,
sounds like
whoa,
heaven
whoa,
to me.
whoa.
Shit.
Whoa, he's a Westie. I don't want to hear shit. He ain't part of our group.
Well, he
Sneaky,
is from
Sneaky,
Chicago.
we've accepted the part of New Jersey you grew up in makes you an honorary Southerner, whether I like it or not.
Yeah, unfortunately. You get up to some shady shit there.
Gonna
That
get
is
up
some
to some
shady
shady
y'all get up
shit.
to.
Do
Look,
da,
get away
do
with
Oh
it.
yeah, okay.
da.
Well, a
If
50
I gotta get
cal,
away with it.
a 50 cal with a lucky mail slot shot. Okay, that's fine. What about the other three?
Oh, they got away safely. They retreated.
You know, there better be
Wait.
some note you just didn't find where it's like, yeah, they brought like 600 raiders somehow or
Did
something.
the
'Cause
Raiders
this is only
claim the
that was only 20 years after, which
Yep.
means they didn't have anywhere near enough time to come up with some bullshit jank wasteland weapon that
Nope.
would be able to pierce power armor.
You know, if they just said they hit him in the head with a broadsider and the concussion killed him, I'd be like, all right, fair enough.
fire?
They shot us with
Yeah.
a fucking cannon!
All right,
They
you know, the
shot me
power,
in the
power,
head with a
y-
cannon.
you know, that power armor probably isn't going to protect against fucking martial arts vibration bullshit. So yeah, I'll accept concussion killing someone through it.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
anyway,
especially
so,
when it is,
yeah,
again, a
woman
literal
leads men
cannon.
into battle, men die, woman retreats. And so your quest line revolves around you going out, talking to people, making deals, blah, 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 right?
Mhm.
So, one of the deals you have to make is with the local settlers. The good guys, effectively, right? They call themselves Foundation. They're led by an old white man. And their goal is to rebuild as much utilities and logistics as possible to sustain large amounts of human life again in the Appalachians.
Okay.
Right. And you show up, you're like, hey, I heard you guys got some guns. Are they Brotherhood guns? And they're like, yeah, they're Brotherhood guns. And we're like, great. We don't sell those guns. You acquired those illegally. We need them back. And they're like, haha, no. So you have to make a deal with them. So you go out to the testing range, you know, oh no, the civilians blew themselves up with these rocket launchers, which are crazy dangerous. One rocket launcher took out like 7 civilians at the testing range. Yeah. Apparently he picked it up by the trigger.
Oh God!
Oh,
That reminds me of those images of the people in the back of the truck carrying an RPG and just fucking around with it. You know which ones I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so you go recover the guns, you come back, you tell them the deal. It's like, hey, look, your guys killed themselves because they weren't trained. You give us the guns back, we'll train you on how to use normal guns, so you don't need to use these highly dangerous guns to try and defend yourselves. And they're like,
Sounds like a good deal.
Indeed. And so they're like, okay, fine, yeah, we probably, yeah, you're right. It's like, okay, great. So you go back and you report in to the woman, hey, I got them to give the guns back. They agreed. They'll give us food, and we train them, and they can defend themselves. Now, the male knight, Shin, agrees with you. He's like, that's great. That's less people we have to protect, and if they're giving the raiders trouble, that means that there will be less raiders for us to deal with as well. Also,
this sounds
more
like
civilians
an absolute
trained.
win.
Yeah, and he's like,
Yeah,
also,
this-
more
this
civilians
sounds
trained means less
solid.
civilians dying.
Yeah,
And-
that's
Sounds
the hope.
great.
It's why you give everyone a
Here
pointy
comes
stick
the
and tell them not to
woman!
hit yourself with it.
And she goes, no! That's not okay! If we train the settlers, that would be unfair to the raiders.
Kyushu?
You heard him.
They're
Sneaky,
raiders.
I need this to be an exaggeration on your part.
You wish.
It's not.
I need you to tell me that you're shit posting.
I'm not shitposting.
Max, you're not getting it. You're not
Because,
getting it.
Max, you see, the female believes in a...
Equity.
Yes.
Damn.
So,
Lady, the raiders chose to fey. It is time for them to foe.
true.
You are going to help the settlers teach them the foe.
No, see, that's the problem with Longhouse. Well, the Longhouse method is every woman is mommy, and mommy doesn't want the kids fighting.
Yeah.
So she can't let one get an advantage over the other. or it
Quite
hurts them
literally,
all.
I wish Sign was lying. He's not. That's quite literally her opinion. Her opinion is that it's
What?
only okay if these civilians are trained is if they join the Brotherhood. That way they would be under her control and she would be the one to tell them who they're allowed to shoot at.
Okay. If she had just said, "Look, we can't train them. I can't have a bunch of fucking civvies out here who may use that training to shoot at us. If they join, we'll be happy to train them, but I'm not going to train civvies." If she had
Nope.
just said that, fine.
That is what I would expect out of Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not apparently what is to be
Or
expected out of 76.
Fallout 1 and
Nope.
2.
Her opinion is she wants to run an autocratic mommy state where she dictates how everyone behaves. And this is what you find out in the next quest. Because basically you find out that the paladin, the female, is delaying getting back into contact with High Command for further orders now that she's in Appalachia. And she's been doing this for several months. And
So she's been bucking the chain of command.
Of course.
You know, in a time of emergency, execution.
yes.
Ooh,
So
boy, for Max to go that far.
you find out that recently one of the scribes just got a location of possible interest for a satellite dish that's capable of reaching the West Coast. And as you and the knight are about to head out on this quest, the paladin is like, no, I gotta show up too. Even though I need to run this base here, I have to personally go on this satellite dish quest. It's all of a sudden.
Yeah,
And you're
sure.
like, okay. And so you get through the quest, you get to the end, you get to the satellite dish, you're prepping it. And the knight is like, hey, over here, come here. I'm gonna lore drop you. So basically, the paladin has been taking the Brotherhood in a direction that the Brotherhood does not stand for. She has been ignoring our codes and has been leading by her emotions and internal morals instead of our mission statement and orders. And I need you to know if you'll stand with me against her. And if you say yes, he'll go, great. You go over there, you confront her. If you say no, she'll call you over and she'll tell you, oh, he's just being paranoid. Believe in me. Under my rule, I'll turn the East Coast Brotherhood into a little fucking autocratic mommy state, and everyone will be protected under my rule and my rules.
I don't like that I can say I've heard this speech at least 6 or 7 times throughout history.
Yeah.
I've
I
heard it
don't.
6
I
or
don't.
7 times throughout history, and from multiple video game villains.
I mean, if I
Yeah,
include
so
that number balloons by a lot.
if you disagree with her, she proceeds to then shoot up the satellite dish, preventing you from reconnecting with the Western Brotherhood.
Okay, and naturally, because these people are just as good at handling choices as Fallout 3 and New Vegas did,
Yeah.
we get to gun her down immediately, right?
Ha ha! No.
Surely they wouldn't lock me into a cutscene where she gets away.
Ha ha! Yes. So, before anything can happen, we immediately get an emergency broadcast about how the Brotherhood fort is under attack by a horde of super mutants. And so the knight is like, okay, we need every power armor user possible. So I'm going to not fucking kill you where we stand right here. We're going to go defend the Brotherhood against the super mutants. And then we're going to settle this dispute.
Which, hey, that's quite rational.
So you go handle the super mutants. The knight gets a little plot development, some character building. You really start to feel for him. He's he comes off as gruff at first and kind of an asshole, but then it turns out that he actually cares about the people under him. He's just being a gruff asshole because he wants people to actually shape up and not rely on their superiors being their friend, effectively.
Drill sergeant, effectively.
Superiors should not be friends. It is fine to be friendly with your superiors and for them to be friendly with you, but they should not be your friends.
Yeah.
That's a bad way to handle hierarchies.
Oh yeah, by the way, the Raider faction, it's run by a black woman. What did Bethesda mean by this? Hey, again, this is what happens when you progressive all over the place. Oh, right. That's another event that happens. So when you get when you have to go talk to the Raider faction, the female paladin says you're not allowed to fire on the Raiders.
What? Do you mean I'm not allowed to fire first?
They have to shoot you first.
Okay. Why? This is a known hostile force?
Yep.
What happens to
Yeah,
what happened to sneak up and shoot every last one of them?
The only
rude.
reason to I'm really upset about this because like I've been replaying Splinter Cell and like bits here and there, like the original Splinter Cell. I was reminded of like, damn, I really like how they handled the no kill missions versus the you can kill, but like they had very good, clear cut reasons for why you were given certain orders at certain stages of certain missions. You're not giving me any of that kind of logic with this, Sneaky, and I'm getting kind of upset.
Yeah.
Because if this was Splinter Cell, it's like, well, why can't I kill these clearly hostile forces? We don't want them knowing what happened because you're just going in to get some info to help plan our own raid against them. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I get that then. What?
Yeah, no, we had to negotiate with the terrorists because
The
killing
fuck
people
we
is
do?
wrong, and you need to internalize the sacredness of human life. I wish I was joking. That is her actual dialogue line. When the knight says, "Okay, rookie, go over to the raiders, kill them all, and get our guns back," the paladin goes, "Knight Shin, you must really step back and become less bloodthirsty. You must internalize the sacredness of human life."
They're raiders.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say something, but I won't.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have actively chosen violence.
Yes. So, that happens.
Raiders aren't human.
And blah blah blah, some bullshit happens, right? So as you're searching for the super mutants, you get a sudden side quest. Hey, this girl ran away. Go find her. And you're like, okay. I thought the super mutant thing was more important, but I guess I'm gonna go find some fuck ass girl. So you go off and you find this fuck ass girl. Turns out she ran away from the Brotherhood to join the Raiders because she blames the Brotherhood for her family dying. Why does she blame the Brotherhood for her family dying? Because her family was in that town that the Brotherhood stopped at to help survive against the Raider army. And so she blames the Brotherhood for getting them killed because obviously if the Brotherhood didn't try and fight back, her family would have been fine.
Oh, okay, all right. Was this character inspired by Hazel?
It gets dumber. Because
Oh.
she says to you that she's never going to go back to the Brotherhood because she wants to get away from all of the bloodshed and horrors. And that's why she joined the Raiders with her found family, to get away from the bloodshed and killing.
Yes. The Raiders, who are known to be peaceful and not bloodsheddy.
You can even point that out to her of like, are you serious? You're joining the Raiders? The Raiders? And her response is...
The ones who killed your family?
Right. Yeah. And her response is something along the lines of, they're not just about stealing and killing here. It's also about a family you choose.
Cool.
A family
But what
who
about
steal
the
and
stealing
kill.
and the killing part?
Women.
You know, I know where that was pulled from, and I always have the same question. What about the ones who choose not to do that, who are in similar or worse situations? You know, what about all the other choices you could have made? Maybe starting up your own little commune somewhere that made sure that, you know, the tragedies of that town wouldn't be revisited on someone else.
Yeah, well... so I have a couple of screenshots here.
Oh no.
Just so
Why do
you
you have
know I'm not
screenshots?
bullshitting about this character.
Oh, I unfortunately believed you.
Sneaky bullshitting? Nah, he'd never.
Oh, he does constantly. The problem is it's hard to tell when he isn't sometimes. You get a feel
yeah.
for it eventually.
She quite literally says, I believe in the Brotherhood of Steel. Ugh. And you know, all of its customs and orders and rituals. So much so that I will get rid of all of its customs and rituals and rewrite it with my own because I alone am the chosen one.
Oh.
That is painful to listen to.
Yeah. Peak woman behavior, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, that the second picture, that's the line she tells you to convince you to side with her.
That's her closing argument.
That's
I'm
her
the chosen
closing
one.
argument. Is if you side with him, he'll tell my boss that I went AWOL. So you should side with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
I'm
will
not
lead
gonna-
the East Coast into a glorious future.
I feel like I just want to
Bet you
shoot
did
up
get
a
away
tree,
with it.
man.
trees
You
and-
know, I think I'm just gonna call your boss myself now.
Right?
Uh-huh.
You know, it's one of those things where it's like you're trying to redo Elder Lions here. Like that's what you're trying to redo because Lions was very popular. People really liked Elder Lions because lots of times people don't like the Brotherhood because the Brotherhood is quite admittedly full of a bunch of self-serving dickhead old dudes.
Which, and
Who-
also, admittedly, a lot of times the Brotherhood does bring their bullshit upon themselves, and where everyone hates them because, yeah, they would like whenever they take control of an area, yeah, they do go door to door, being like, "Hey, and anything more advanced than a toaster oven, give it to us, or
Yeah.
else."
Yeah, you can keep the AK, you cannot have the laser rifle.
Yeah.
But this is my laser rifle. I found it and I fixed it. Hippity hoppity, it's Brotherhood property.
Yeah. So, yeah, they do bring it upon themselves. And Elder Lyons was right to direct the Brotherhood the direction he was going in. Because he was still carrying out the Brotherhood mission. He just wasn't doing it by pissing everyone around him off.
Smart.
Because Elder Lyons also was like, yeah, so Brotherhood numbers is kind of down. We kind of have to recruit from the locals if we want to, you know, be an effective fighting force and do our job. So, the step one of doing that is making sure the locals don't want us fucking dead.
That's fair.
Makes
Completely
sense.
reasonable, one might say.
Yeah, he wasn't like opening up their stocks to, you know, just fucking let the local wastelanders just get everything for free or anything. But, you know.
Oh, that's
Yeah. But it was also a different time and place. It was 250 years later, not 20. There was a lot of actually genuinely dangerous technology that the Brotherhood actually is correct for locking up. Like
Oh, yeah,
automated
like-
nuclear missile silos.
Among
yes, the
other
portable
things.
nuclear missile launcher.
No, the automated nuclear missile launcher.
Yeah, to be clear,
No, I'm
the
talking about
fact-
that.
Oh yeah, no, like yes, taking
That
Fat
too.
Man's away is something I support. But yeah, no, they had much more important things than going door to door to get Fat Man's. It was, hey, that shack right there is making nuclear missiles
Yeah,
and can
like,
launch them.
not Fat Man's nuclear missiles.
ICBMs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is manufacturing ICBMs. So we're gonna make sure ain't
Yeah, can't have
nobody
that.
else can do that.
Yeah.
And now I don't know if they actually did this, but if they were sticking to like actual Brotherhood, to be clear, the original guy who started the Brotherhood, who was in the Army Corps of Engineers, he made it his personal mission to sabotage every nuke he could find and render it inoperable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if they actually followed up on that, but like he
I mean,
very
in Fallout
spec-
4, they are disassembling the nuclear missiles. In Fort whatever. Fort Knox, I think they called it. You remember that mission?
One sec.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, you go out. Yeah, this girl, dumb shit. Right. So anyway, you go on some more quests. Blah 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 blah. You find out where the super mutants are coming from. Blah 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 blah. And you confront the scientist who's been doing horrible experiments on people he's kidnapping. To air quotes perfect the FEV. To anyone who's not aware what the FEV is, it's the super mutant virus. It turns normal people into those giant green super mutants. And
Yeah,
also
that thing.
basically fucking annihilates their memories and personality. Not good stuff. Because they also end up being very violent. But so you have this FEV, and they're going to, and this band of scientists is going to disperse it over the entirety of Appalachia if you don't stop them.
Nope.
Exactly. So the knight is like, okay, let's fucking kill this dickweed right now, and then let's go kill his buddies.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. I like
Mommy
that plan.
Paladin, though, is like, no. Human life is sacred. He could still do good work under my rule.
Kill her. Kill her. Put a
I feel
bullet
like
in
I have to ask just every time I hear it, like, why haven't these people just killed her? Like,
Yeah, why
I
haven't they
understand
fragged
that
her?
I understand there's hierarchy and shit, but there's like, there has to be a line where this is even just she's just incapable. She's just maliciously, kindly
Stupid.
malicious. I don't know what the word is.
That's pretty much the only person that has the hierarchical authority to even start challenging her, aside from the fact that she's in power armor, is the knight, who is already
Get
challenging
her out
her.
of that.
Yeah.
Get her out of that power armor.
They don't want the Brotherhood to shatter into two groups and have a civil war, so they're trying to keep it on down low. And just between you, the knight, and the paladin.
So,
Which, I mean, yeah, I get that.
Does she never leave her power armor? Does she, like, stay in it all the time, specifically to keep you from doing that?
No! For some reason, she gets out of it constantly. We don't do anything about it.
Pisses me off.
That's fucking dumb.
Yes. Yes, it is. So, the story progresses. You finally track down the scientists. They're about to unleash the virus. You have the other guy with you. He convinces the band of scientists to open the door, and he'll show us all that virus he sent over to them. He's gonna test it on himself and prove to everyone how safe and effective this virus is.
Oh, that sounds fucking
Because
dumb.
you see,
He's gonna be a boss fight.
according to, yeah, I mean, there was a super obvious boss fight the second you drop down the hole. It was like literally peak Resident Evil boss fight arena. But the idea, the reason why these scientists were doing this was, hypothetically, they were perfecting the FEV to just give people better muscles and, you know, more health and stronger bones and stronger organs and radiation
Let them
resistance and
survive
etc.
better, yeah.
And not turn them into super mutants. They were getting rid of that air quotes feature. Supposedly, according to them.
It's a feature, not a
So,
bug.
of course, when the doctor tests the virus on himself, he, instead of letting the scientists deploy the virus on him, he shouts out, "Machine! Activate Project Ascension!" And so, of course, he turns into a giant, hulking, super mutant behemoth, and you kill him. And then, then you get to the door leading to the other scientists, and the other scientists are like, "If we open this door, you're just gonna shoot us." And you can be like,
yeah.
"No, we won't. Trust me."
We're
Just
definitely not gonna do that.
So they
I
open the
promise.
door, and you're all standing
And they
there.
get shot.
And the paladin is like, "Oh, these scientists could do such great work underneath my rule. We should allow them to live with minimal supervision." And the knight is like, "No, we should fucking kill all of them right here and now. They did horrible experiments on humans. They tortured people left and right with horrendous tests. And they were about to release an untested virus across the entirety of Appalachia that would have killed millions."
Yeah, fucking kill them.
And the paladin's like, no! The sacredness of human life, we can't kill them.
Yes, we can. Watch.
Yes, we
Bang.
can. Watch.
Yes, we can. Bullets
So-
do the job really well.
Then you have the option to talk to everyone to make your choice, because apparently everyone's leaving it up to you. And of course, the opinions on both sides of the paladin and the knight are paladin and the knight are obvious, right? But you talk to the scientists. One of them is a psychopath, and it's like, damn it! I can't believe we were caught before we could release this virus. I know this one had bugs, sure, but the next one won't. You just have to let us keep going. One of them is half reluctant. He's like, yeah, we should have done a lot more testing. Yeah, we should have known better than to trust the old guy. Yeah, we did make a lot of mistakes. But I think we can fix this virus. I'm going to keep working on it. And the third scientist is like, yeah, I put the whole group together and I fucked up. I did not realize that all of them were so fucking retarded. And I don't want you to kill them. Because I brought them here and gave them access to everything. I was the one who brought... I did all of this. I regret all of it. If you have to kill anyone, just kill me.
No,
So
you.
kill
So,
everyone
of
but
course,
him.
I'm like, you're like the only person I would let live, but everyone's fucking dying here. So I gun down the scientists and the paladin. You have the option to let the paladin go away into exile or kill her right on the spot. I was like, fuck, I'm letting you walk away after you just psychobabbled your way through about how you're gonna take control of the Brotherhood and turn it into an autocratic mommy state. Well, like, fuck,
She
you're
won't-
walking away after that.
Yeah, I'm not leaving you to become a problem for me later. No, I'm taking care of this now.
So that happened. And then I had just a random side quest where I'm talking to these people who have created a settlement in the trees of a swamp.
Okay.
And the raiders are harassing them. And you talk to the female leader of this group. She's a pacifist. She believes in true pacifism, which is non-violence.
No, get fucked.
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
I
believe in real violence.
She's like, yeah,
Yes.
so these raiders have been harassing us, and they've been taking all of our supplies for weeks now, and we kind of don't have any supplies left, and we might die soon if we don't, like, get this raiders to stop. And you're like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go exterminate them. Do you know where they are? And she's like, no! You shouldn't exterminate them. I'm sure if you just talk to them, you could come to a deal.
Ah, no.
And she's like, okay, well, if you won't listen to me, talk to my congregation. I'm sure you will understand the meaning of pacifism after you talk to them. So you go around and you talk to the congregation. Every single member says, please murder the shit out of them. So you come back and you're like, yeah, I talked to your congregation. They want me to kill them all. And then she's like, all right, well, okay.
She shot
I
herself in
ask
the
that
foot,
you
effectively.
don't, but here's their location.
At least she told you.
So she recognized it was a losing battle.
Yeah.
She had at least one brain cell working.
So you go over there. You do actually have the option to make a deal. Which I did not do. And I just was like, hi, I'm the Brotherhood of Steel. You will hand over your guns. Or else. And she's like, oh, what are you going to do?
Sure.
well, I killed all your friends outside, so that's what I'll do. And she's like, yeah, well, I think you'll find us a little bit tougher. Get 'em, boys! That's right, it's a woman, by the way.
Every leader is a woman in this game.
huh?
It's like the most predictable shit.
So, a bunch of dudes come out of the sides, like 4. But, anyway, I easily just shot all of them and killed them super quick. And then took the key and the weapons back and went back to the lady and was like, hey, here's your supplies back. I killed them all. Bye.
Fair.
But yeah, it's just like they are obsessed with making women leaders. And then they're like, oh shit, now that we've made all these women leaders, we have to fit plot in somewhere. Which means some of them have to be evil and do things.
Are stupid.
Quote unquote, some of them. they're all
Yeah.
idiots.
Yeah. Well, I said evil, not stupid.
Sure.
But yeah. So that's the Fallout news. In more news of fan fiction related. How to put this? The feminists are at it again. And they have published recently a scientific article about how
Oh no.
we need to make a nanny state where men are slaves who provide resources to the state, who then provide resources to women. So every woman can be a single mother when she wants to be. And the
Oh yeah,
reason-
that one.
Yeah, that one. And the reasoning for this is because there aren't enough high-earning men now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it gets even funnier because the full abstract states that because women won't lower their standards, this is in the abstract, by the way, because women won't lower their standards, and because women will only search for higher value men than themselves, and because of the liberation movement causing women to earn, on average, more than a man, the amount of men who earn more than a woman are far too small to sustain the population. And so we need to fix that by enacting slavery on the men.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have to
okay.
force men to pay for women.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, well, there is a different way. But that way it's not allowed to be spoken on Twitch. Or YouTube. But we all know the other way. Let's see what else. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too deep into that. It's just, more funny shit out of women. More 11. Oh yeah, right. PBS destroyed 70 years of its archives.
By not keeping them archived in multiple locations, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because it was cheaper to do it only in one location. Because the public broadcasting system is worried about income. It's the taxpayer-funded public broadcasting system is apparently worried about making a profit. Which is odd, because what
You guys should
exactly
be
does the
operating.
PBS operate on with a profit? Where does that profit go? Curious.
You know where it goes.
I know where it goes. Well, yep. So they did that. That happened. Police chief announces that flock cameras are vital to turning the town into a police state.
Damn,
Arizona
who could have guessed?
Yeah, right. Arizona teen jailed for targeting his ex-girlfriend in dodgeball.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
Repeat
Arizona
that.
teen was playing dodgeball
Uh-huh.
and then got
Uh-huh.
arrested and jailed for throwing the dodgeball at his ex.
Was there like a lead weight in it, or
No, just a dodgeball. But she felt she was
So
being
for-
harassed.
They threw this out and laughed it out, right?
No, he got jailed.
For how long?
I think it's like 3
yes.
years.
I'm fucking sorry, what?
Yeah, let me pull that back up here. Let's see. Blah blah blah. His friends hurled dodgeballs at the other team. I didn't think a dodgeball would hurt her. These were small dodgeballs, and you could compress them and stuff. Oh, the foam-filled ones? Yeah. Also, he's fucking 13.
He's
Yeah.
13. They jailed him for.
Yeah, middle schooler. I
Playing-
remember seeing that came across my headlines like a week or two ago, I think. Still pretty recent, but it's disgusting and ridiculous.
Yeah, a little.
To put it nicely. To put it.
I
put it
love this
kindly.
quote from the 13-year-old. Obviously, I have to target someone when I'm playing dodgeball. It's dodgeball. You have to choose someone
Yeah.
to throw the ball at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing could make this better is if it were to turn out that actually she was the last survivor on her team when this occurred.
Right. Oh well, you can't target her. She's your ex.
No, she wasn't the last out. They just threw the ball
I know,
at her
but
because
that
she's
would
on
have
the other team,
that
yeah.
I know, but that would have made it so much better. That would have
I
made
don't
it
like
all the
this.
more ridiculous.
Charged with
I
assault. They're considering the dodgeball a weapon that he knowingly used to harm the girl during dodgeball.
What the?
One hand, I like that this is giving Sign an aneurysm. On the other, this is stupid.
It's a game. What do you mean harm? What harm was done? What fucking harm was done? A little reddening of the skin
Yeah, and a
for a
bruise, apparently.
contact
I mean,
game.
Well, no. Here's
For
the
contact
worst
game.
part. This is modern. This is like, you know, American middle school in 2020s. They're probably using the soft dodgeballs that were used
They
back
are.
in my elementary school years.
Yeah,
So they're
they
not
are.
even using the void pingy
Yeah.
fun ones.
They're not even using the ones
Yeah.
that you saw during Recess, the cartoon. Recess.
Yeah, they're not using the
For the
ones made of
red
rubber.
Fun
Rose.
one.
The fun ones,
They're
yes.
They're not using the ones that if you give it to the right gorilla will leave the
Ooh,
imprint
somebody's
of
gonna
patterned
die.
rubber.
Yeah, that was great.
Just so everyone knows, Recess first came out in 1997.
Shut the fuck up.
The last episode
97.
aired 2001.
Huh. I'm kind of surprised it ran for 4 years.
I remember watching that movie, any of it, and it was hilarious.
Recess was great. But yeah.
It had a lot of great lessons in it too.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Couldn't be made today.
No.
Yeah, most of the shit from our childhood couldn't be made today. No.
Our childhood.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm like 20 years older than all of you.
R.
My bad.
He says being twice our age.
The things from my childhood would be considered war crimes.
I'm sure. Okay, old man.
You need to go outside?
Definitely child abuse.
Pocket Pair announces its interest in collaboration with games like Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Ark.
Oh no.
Immediately,
so
Sean
great.
Murray goes, Bro, let's do it! Goddamn, Sean.
I'm still not playing those games, but I look forward to seeing the collab skins.
Indeed. Let's see. Any other fan fiction recently? Fan fiction news. Damn!
There really isn't any.
I think the only news is like stuff going on partially among the authors in this chat, and that don't get talked about much on stream. So
Pretty much.
What the fuck? This whole interview is Rick Rubin talking about how his role in the music industry is to be a Jew in the room of music creation to approve of any music being produced.
Yeah, that sounds
what did
about
you
right.
just say?
You
Yeah.
heard right.
That was a
They've
thing.
been doing that for years. That was not P Diddy. Shit. Several rappers have talked about this and complained about it.
Rick Rubin.
Ice-T? One of the
Ice
ones
Cube?
with Ice Cube. Yeah, that's the one. One of the ones with ice in his name. I think it's Ice Cube. Had complained about that repeatedly.
Uh-huh. I think this is it.
That's the bruise? That's nothing.
Well, to them, it's everything. Obviously.
Interesting. Legendary producer Rick Rubin shares that he has no musical ability and he has no idea how to operate a soundboard. He was only there to inspect and approve of music being recorded. That's from an interview.
That's literally.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to get a less spicy clip of proof. Yes. Yep. Okay. That's just a thing he just admitted to live on air. All right. Well, the more you know, I suppose.
And that was allowed to be published.
Yeah. Where's the fucking JonTron quote
Mm.
Oh, wow. That GIF totally got erased from the internet. Anyway, there's a
Which
video
one?
he made at one point where it got clipped up of him being like, "Oh, so John, why do you believe in all these conspiracies?" Well, thank you for asking, random viewer. They just started saying them on TV. They just started admitting them on TV. Like, I turned the TV on, and they just started to admitting to all of them on the
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah. They were bragging again. Yeah. That is what they do.
But yeah. So that's that. Not too much going on there. Let's see. Any other fan fiction recently? Nope, nothing I would talk about here. All right, so let's get into the actual fan fiction, the ones that bring us joy and tears. Mostly tears.
Mm.
So, because Gray
Nope, can't
requested
comment.
it, I said I would do it. Warcraft crossovers.
Gray,
Oh,
why?
I did do that.
Yes, you did.
You monster.
Why?
First up, we have My Little Pony.
Oh, right off, right off the rip. All right.
I'm blaming you,
Okay,
Gray.
just
Oh,
It'd be wrong not
Okay.
to since I requested this.
Gray cares not for your blame. He has already accepted.
Indeed.
I have accepted all blame, even if no blame is permitted.
I have preemptively taken the blame from you. So this is called Fall of the Lich King by Pinkie Pie Imagination.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. A Death Knight arrives in Equestria.
Starting off strong.
Okay.
I'm too
Due
sober
to a
for this.
mishap with the Death Gate. All seems well at first, but soon a
Okay,
nightmare
hang on,
takes hold as the Scourge rises from the darkness.
Okay, you're hitting me with a lot of words. I'd like some clarification on something real quick, though.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is the Death Gate?
The Death Gate, canonically, is a form of transportation in where a Death Knight rips open a hole in reality using the energy of death,
Oh, yeah, that's
and it
That's a
can
basic
technically,
ability.
canonically, lead to any large site of death. Now, in game, it only leads to the Ebb and Hold, which is the only necropolis that is aligned with the Horde and Alliance. But canonically, the Death Gate can be used to go anywhere that has, air quotes, large amounts of death.
So I actually found a neat little thing in game as well recently. If you use the Death Gate in Acaris, the necropolis is that we go to,
Right.
it will send you straight back to the closest graveyard that is where you went to Acaris from.
Oh. Well, there we go. That's
Okay.
cool.
Use that to
So-
get back to a dungeon.
Conceptually, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what it means by lots of death.
Graveyards, typically.
So anywhere where there's a
Battlefield.
mass amount of death. Battlefields, old sepulchres, mausoleums, graveyards.
How old is the world of Warcraft? Like, how old is the world itself?
Technically, everywhere is a graveyard. I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, because I'm just saying,
exactly.
if we're going by where large amounts of death have occurred, those cities
Pretty much
weren't
everywhere.
built on clean ground.
Yes.
It is at least 150,000 years old.
Oh God, okay. That is free travel everywhere then.
Yes, technically, but
basically,
That's cool.
a lot of magic in
has...
Warcraft operates off of symbolism. So it has to be like an active site of death, effectively.
There is a timer of where and when. If this is a graveyard that has been here and is being used as a graveyard for thousands of years, you can deathgate to it. If you have committed a massacre, you can deathgate to it. And those kinds of things happen. Or if you're just strong enough, you can order a deathgate to literally anywhere. See the death deities and the Lich King.
Yep.
When you have enough power, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
So what you're saying is, if you want to make a quick, fast travel point, just go massacre a village.
Yes.
Yes, we did that.
Fair. Oh boy.
You know, it really is interesting watching these things be put out into fiction.
Yeah.
It has clearly been made by an author who does not understand that someone is going to be unhinged enough to abuse. Like good example when they revealed Boruto's personal Rasengan, where it was tied to the Earth's rotation, or their planet's rotation. Like, either the planet has to stop rotating or I unleash it. It's like, okay, bet, as the villain proceeds to ready a planet-destroying jutsu. Like, they won't just jump straight to that.
Right.
Oh.
So anyway.
Oh, they actually got photos of... No, they
this
were using
chapter
the good
is
dodge
a
balls.
V2.
Wow.
I revisited this story and saw I really wanted to make changes. The story was originally done by me and another writer, but he is no longer writing, so I am going to turn this into entirely my own right. I hope it's much better. Also, some things may be different between lore-wise, between my version of Arthas and Warcraft.
Can we just give him author knows nothing?
I'm gonna say very likely. Do take V2 though.
Oh boy, V2.
I don't have that.
I don't have
I'm in
that
the
either.
wrong message for pinned. I haven't generated my bingo card yet.
Unfortunate.
I have V2. Amazingly. If we get author knows nothing, I do not have that, unfortunately.
Wow, yep. Immediately, author knows nothing.
Knew it.
Let me tell you a story. When you die, everything stops. It's not how that works in Warcraft. It did for me. In my earliest memory, I had begun just like that until I was violently ripped away from the timeless void back into the living world. It's not how that works. That day, I came face to face with one of the most wicked, ruthless beings in existence, and I was entirely at his command, or I should have been. For some reason I couldn't fathom, I retained my free thinking after my rebirth. Every Death Knight has free thinking.
Everything is just going wrong here.
Yeah. Whether it was divine intervention, that's literally not possible. Pure dumb luck, my own will remained intact. Could have been pure dumb luck, but it wouldn't have been actually luck. It would be because you're actually a willful person and can fully resist the Lich King. This has been absolutely shown. In fact, the opening quests of the Death Knight shows that you have to do orders, you know what's going on, and once the Lich King gets weakened enough, you actually can just straight ass break free, which is why you join the Alliance or Horde. Like, every Death Knight has their own free will, they just have to follow orders when they're given them. Or, also, they have to go follow their instincts of slaughtering shitloads of people because they are ingrained with a bloodlust. And they go crazy if they don't feed the bloodlust.
It's why Death Knights are generally not allowed in population centers, period, and most of them stay with the Knights of the Ebon Blade in the Plague Lands where they have an acceptable outlet.
Yeah.
Like, Death Knights are not individuals that you can keep in a nice environment without it being bad for them. The closest you can get without them going full tilt is they beat the shit out of one another or other armed combatants. And even that isn't going to last long.
My memory is foggy on how I ended up here, though I'm pretty sure I died. Well, okay, you remember what happened. That's part of the whole torture thing. They really find it funny. How I died is lost to the farthest reaches of my memory, but what I do remember is waking up in a body not my own. That's generally also not how that's done. Feeling frozen, like an empty husk. I lay there, opening my eyes. I saw him, the monster, wearing the demonic armor with his terrifying sword. The Lich King. "Stand, young knight, and ready yourself with your new body," said Arthas Never. I struggled to keep my breathing under control. You don't breathe, you're dead. I felt sharp nails digging into short fur. I began to panic more. Said no Death Knight ever.
We have Worgen. They exist. They don't give a shit.
Yeah. Leaving the room, banshees in tow. I got to my feet, looked around. The room was depressing. Failed subjects, leftover parts, body parts, twisted in agony. My brain refused to parse the horrors I was seeing. In the reflection staring back at me was a horrid creature from a nightmare, but it was me. I was a Worgen now. Whether they turned me into a Worgen or was already one, I can't remember. Those bloodthirsty animals cursed into men. That's not even the worst part. No! No!
They turned you into a fairy? Wow, that is pretty awful.
I'm a Death Knight.
Oh no, how terrible.
God, this is so cringe. No one had any respect for Death Knights or Worgens. No, people, of course they fucking don't. One group abandoned them, and the other group is literally a bunch of psychopathic murderers. Now, admittedly, not by their own will entirely, but they still are. For reasons I can't fathom, I can't stay in my furry form for long.
That's not how that works at all.
The furry form is the default.
No, it's just at will. The Worgen quest line is you... Yes. When you do the Worgen quest line, effectively part of the quest line is part of you regaining your senses and not being just another blood-crazed beast is you being able to swap at will.
And you have to go through a whole lot of stuff in order to get there.
Yeah. If I get too unstable, I turn into a worgen and start killing people.
That also not how it works.
I've traveled all over Azeroth, but free-thinking worgen are rare. Even more so with ones who can shift between worgen and human. That's patently false.
Not how that works, bud.
Blah 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 blah. My armor was crudely made because I couldn't afford anything better.
This person does not know anything.
Author knows nothing. They don't know how to fucking write. They're just
Dumb.
Yeah. I'm kind of pissed because I might have to go to the doctors again. Because as you can hear, I'm not exactly getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yep.
Isn't that the pneumonia?
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a while for pneumonia to get better, don't it?
Especially walking pneumonia. Walking pneumonia.
That could be months.
Walking pneumonia trades out the lethality for just the sheer amount of time you're stuck with it.
It's a whole bunch of suck.
Yeah. Like I said, you know, I might have to. We'll see. A new Guardian. A Superman Warcraft crossover.
This is not going to end well.
No. Pretty much everything in Warcraft is magic. So unless you're using the Superman who's also immune to magic...
Which,
well, I mean,
yeah.
he's still Superman. They have to hit him before they can kill him. So, I mean, he's got super speed.
They have time magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not everybody has time magic, man. Come on.
No, not everyone has time magic, but
every single mage has access to it.
Do they?
Yeah.
In WoW? Yeah.
It's been a while since I've played.
Chronomancy is considered a staple branch of magic.
It's also kind of considered required because there's lots of people who can resist magic, and boy howdy do you need a way to rewind that warrior out of your face.
Yes.
Yeah, except you can't rewind the warrior. Like, some people can, but like most mages at best can just hasten themselves.
Hasten themselves and allies.
Yeah. But again, staple thing. Everyone should be able to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, speeding up your casting is like Mage 101.
Okay, but it's still Superman.
Yes.
If you're not aware he's there, and he decides he's going to move at Mach Jesus, you're just plain fucked, buddy. I'm sorry. You're gonna get hit with the old Mach 1 fuck you. Not even the average mook. I mean, like I say, you're gonna get hit with the old Mach 1 fuck you, and then you're just dead. You didn't.
And
see
then
it
a bronze
coming.
dragon
You wake
comes
up
in.
Dead.
Yeah, a bronze dragon comes in.
And then the bronze dragon
show up for no
says,
fucking reason.
time stop, snap,
Yeah.
Superman out of existence.
Yeah, they
And
don't
he's
show
gone.
up for no fucking reason.
They do show up to protect the
prime timeline, which
timeline.
Superman is not a part of.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
you kind of have to hand wave that bullshit because otherwise, it's anti-story bullshit. So
yeah,
the Browns
again,
Dragons don't see him for whatever
it's
reason.
one of those things I brought up before, like with doing crossovers with Lord of the Rings, with or Iluvatar, or doing a crossover with DC. Was it DC? No, it was Marvel. Yeah, it was Marvel. The one above all, like in Marvel. Again, technically speaking, everything that happens in Marvel happens only because the one above all allows it to happen.
Yeah.
So
that or he's not omniscient. I mean, take your pick, but
well, no, he is.
I'm pretty sure, according to Marvel lore, he is omniscient.
Yeah.
Well, and if he's omniscient, then he's allowing it to happen.
Yes.
God without them using God.
It's generic God. It's
at least
God
it's more creative than the fucking Japan, RPG game.
Not by much, but yeah,
you're gonna
a
have
little.
to be more specific.
No, I don't. That's kind of my point.
Because I mean, there's
that's kind of my point.
Yeah, that's his point. The number of JRPGs that use that is quite high.
Yeah.
Superman has lost everything. The war against Apocalypse was costly, and many had to make the ultimate sacrifice in the final battle against Darkseid. Alune takes notice.
Alune don't give a shit.
Alune does not give a shit.
Alune don't care.
Alune takes notice, and
negative fucks.
He is taken to a world that needs a hero. Damn, that is fucking Tyrande Whisperwind is dead, I guess. Damn.
Tyrande is dead, apparently, to this.
Yeah, apparently.
Malfurion is dead.
Dan, we're just starting with Tyrande dead.
That or he's just saying, okay, look, he's gonna be hitting that Tyrande. So.
No, you don't understand. No. Like Alune's little favorite hero child is Tyrande, Illidan, and Malfurion. Like
in that order.
Yeah, pretty much. So, if Alune's like, oh, Azeroth needs a hero, like, that means her favorite 3 are dead.
Oh, no!
This author really doesn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Sneaky.
Anyway.
I can just imagine Alune looking down from on high. No! My soap characters!
My soapbox.
But who will I have for a love triangle now? Browses the internet, looks at Jaina Proudmoore and Thrall.
Oh, no.
Don't whisper that into existence.
It already exists.
Into existence?
So, I have some bad news about this author.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're retarded.
Yes, we noticed
I thought you had something new to say.
Yes.
Right?
Symbol of Hope, a Superman Warhammer crossover.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's a Superman fan. Got it.
Yeah, they're a Superman fanboy. He awakens in a forest with no memories, but when he learns of the danger that people are in, he will do everything he can to save them. In this new dark age, there is only war. A hero will come to bring peace. If you think Superman can fix 40K...
Oh, No.
He cannot.
I mean, it depends on the version of
So
No, it
Well,
doesn't.
Superman
No,
it
Prime
doesn't.
could.
no. So
No,
here's
it
the
really
prob-
doesn't.
Here's the problem with that, Nose. The warp is nothing but magic.
Yeah.
He is hard
Explicitly.
countered by the
Yeah,
biggest
Superman-
of the big bads
but-
that in that universe.
Superman Prime doesn't give a fuck. He's immune to magic.
I was gonna say,
That-
like,
that
again,
is-
it depends on the version of Superman, but yeah, if it's not Superman Prime that has like access to everything, then yeah, no, he's
Yeah,
fucked.
then he's fucked. But if it is Superman Prime, then
Why would they?
he stands a
why
good
would they
chance
do that? Then what's okay?
to have
So
a
they actually
scalp
just
pick.
made a proper Gary Stu Superman. All right, cool.
No, they didn't do
That's-
Superman Prime.
No, that's a canonical Superman. That is the canonical Superman Prime.
No,
And yeah, he's
there's
kind of a Gary Stu.
no. Hang on. There's
Superman, there's Superboy Prime. And,
I
but
would say there's
also-
Superboy Prime, but Superman Prime was just a regular ass Superman who got absolutely bodied in Infinite Crisis. Or Crisis on Infinite Earths, I should say.
Anyway, so this is my novelization of the Lion story.
What?
So he's
And
taking
also, the only reason that Superboy Prime is immune to magic is because he took the Anti-Monitor's corpse and made it into armor, which I'll grant you is one of the most 40k things possible.
Oh, okay. Well, no, then he's still hard countered because there are several things in the warp that can tear through armor.
Well, no, it's the Anti-Monitor's corpse, and it's really weird because it's basically cheating I win armor because it's made of antimatter. So like basically everything from the regular universe that touches it just
well, it's a good
stops
thing that the
working.
Immaterium
It's
doesn't.
the warp.
Yeah.
It's the Empyrean. That is
Literally,
actually
the
just
name
a
is
hard
the not
counter
reality.
still. I mean, I guess congratulations. You now have something that lasts more than just one hit against a archdemon, but I don't know if you're getting more than that once they start laying into you.
I mean, the answer is
yeah.
no, he probably won't, but
It pretty much has to be like the strongest version of Superman to have a chance.
Well, no, but here's the other problem: is Superman doesn't have a sun to draw power from him when he's inside the warp.
Oh god, yeah. And
okay,
Actually,
no, hang on. Depending on which, I should say, depending on how long he's been Superman, that's not really an issue.
Yeah.
I was gonna say one, the Emperor technically is a son, and also two.
No,
if he's in, let me
No.
finish. Let me finish.
No.
I was gonna say I
No?
don't remember exactly how that worked. Can I finish my sentence?
No.
No.
Fuck you. Okay, bye.
You're just wrong.
You're just wrong. We're not gonna let you keep going when you're just wrong.
I was gonna continue what you were saying about the fact that it depends how long. Then technically, I guess there could be a new son of the warp. Technically.
No, like it. Okay, if he's been Superman, if he's been actively doing the Superman shtick for more than like 2 years, and actively soaking up solar radiation,
he's gonna run out
he's-
eventually is the problem.
he will eventually run out, but it's gonna take a minute. Like,
Yeah, but it doesn't change the fact the warp
Yeah, but
is the
okay, so
perfect hard counter
again,
to
but here's the
Superman.
problem. Okay, so a Zinchian demon comes along. He's in the warp. Oh no, you're in the warp for 10 million years. Your armor ran out. Your powers ran out. You're dead.
yes,
Or oh god, even worse. Turns out the energy in the warp, yeah, that actually just perfectly replicates a red sun. Uh-oh.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
And that's the other problem is it doesn't matter how fast Superman technically is. It's the warp. So he's as fast as he thinks he is versus the demon, who's as fast as the demon feels it is. And
the demon is not constrained.
Yeah. Like, Superman still thinks he has biology when he's in the warp. The demon is like, yeah, but I hit you. Why did I hit you? It's because I'm faster than you. Why am I faster than you? It's because I think I am.
Because I said so.
That's the problem with fighting demons in the warp. In the warp.
Yeah.
Do it.
Some versions of Superman are going to cotton onto that real fast, but doesn't change the fact, like, he will. Superman doesn't have the Doomslayer power scale breaking. Doomslayer is always a question of how long it'll take, not can he do it. Superman doesn't get those same plot armor to that degree.
Yeah,
which is really weird. But
you have to use like the only one who could get away with it is like old man Superman. Like if you take Superman who said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go sit in a sun."
Oh, that one.
200 years or 1,000, however long he sat in the sun.
I'm gonna pull a Batman in prep.
Yeah, right.
I'm getting
prep
time.
A Superman who has.
You know what? That'd actually be funny. Like, I learned this one from Batman, and you have to wait for a 200-year payoff for it.
Prep time, no jutsu.
Honestly, I'd probably read that just for the chance to potentially see Superman meet the Emperor and ask why the hell Vandal Savage is there. That'd be kind of funny.
All right, no. You know what? That is probably the only way you could make that work.
Goes to the throne, gives him like a tree of life, and it's Vandal Savage looking very confused.
Goes there, finds Vandal Savage. Squinty eyes. Of course you made this.
Now, the funnier thing is it better for him to have the text-to-speech device or just to be speaking and going, why the hell are you even here?
No, definitely just normal speaking. And, because, like, here's the thing. I could definitely see that as a Vandal Savage.
Yeah. Technically, he did. No, technically, he didn't do that. He fucked it up so hard that it failed, but
yeah. Anyway. Dude's got 43 chapters of it, 200k words, 363 favorites. I read a bit of the first chapter. It's mediocre. I mean, it's not terrible, but I personally think the idea is fuck awful, so. It's one of those, you know, passable writing stories that the idea is just the problem.
It don't matter how good the execution is, that the idea itself is bad.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that is shit.
So we got Legacy. Yeah. Superman is dead. With the Hero Society and the world fearing what is to come without the most powerful protector, it now falls to his son, Kal-El, to take up the mantle that was left behind and uphold his legacy. Not something easily done when villains old and new see a chance to snuff out another Superman before he can finish his training at UA. That's right, this is a Superman My Hero Academia crossover.
That
11 chapters, 100k words. 181 favorites.
I genuinely think the only way a UA version of Superman exists is he's much older, because then it's funny to see any other person just fanboying. Just seeing Midoriya going like, "Oh my god, it's Superman! I have 300 pages on him."
I mean, I'm sorry, but All Might loses to Superman.
Well, yes, obviously.
All Might's just a shitty clone of Superman.
Yeah.
The only way UA's story would even happen is if Superman was, like, missing for, like, 30 years. Maybe.
He's dead!
There's a single person that would actually be able to take Superman on, and that's because her power is literally reality-altering wishes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining she has to fight Superman, shakes her head, Superman's blood is kryptonite.
Oh!
It's like that one comic with fucking...
Fuck you!
Superman! Like... Everyone in the room! What the fuck, man?
That was rude.
Just like like the Batman comic where he just throws him into the sun.
Man,
gets a note
that's awful.
saying, "Hey, I turned my blood into kryptonite. Enjoy sunburn, dumbass."
That's
rude.
so heinous. I could see her coming up with that on the spot because she's American.
Yeah.
That's something we would think of
Yeah.
in our fucking spare time if we had a power like that.
Just like, could I kill Superman? Yes, but I don't really want to.
Can Stars and Stripes America? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she could. Because let's say like the wish can't affect him. Okay, then she just wishes for a quirk for herself that is magic, or
No,
lets
she-
her just
she can't
summon
give herself a quirk.
kryptonite. Like
She can't give herself a quirk.
Okay, but she could just wish that she had a.
Uh,
She could just wish that she had an arm made out of kryptonite.
So
yeah.
So she doesn't wish, she sets rules. You're talking about the American Stars and Stripes, right?
Yes, she sets a rule. It's functionally
Right,
a
okay,
wish.
yeah, so
because she
rule.
can make it whatever.
Superman's surrounded by kryptonite.
It doesn't conjure material. Rule, Superman has to punch himself in the face every second. Yes. Rule, Superman's blood is kryptonite. No.
Why not?
Okay.
Well, that's just matter conversion.
Because that's not how our power works.
That's not conjuring anything.
That's
just matter conversion.
Yeah, she can't do matter conversion. Rule, Superman is now immune to, now allergic to oxygen. Well, that works.
That's fair, I guess.
Hang on.
The sun is red.
Rule, Superman is weakened by a yellow sun now.
Okay. Kathleen's quirk allowed her to set a rule onto her surroundings, allowing her to manipulate and bestow new properties onto herself and the world around her. In order to activate her quirk, she had to first make physical contact with the target and speak its name, and then explain the rule she wished to impose. She could only impose 2 rules at any given time. So, she could even, skipping ahead, she could even use her power on incorporeal things like the air and laser beams. So, in order for a quirk to function against a living target, the person must recognize themselves as the identity that Kathleen perceives them to possess. On the other hand, when using it to set a rule on inanimate objects or non-living entities that lack a sense of self, her one-sided understanding of them is enough to enforce a rule. So, yeah, she could just touch him because she
The
can
air
give
now
them
functions
new
as
property.
kryptonite.
Yeah, the air is not kryptonite. Or again, my arm is kryptonite. Or yes, if she could touch Superman and say Superman's blood is kryptonite before he super sped away, she could do it. It says nothing about her being unable to convert matter, and it explicitly allows her to impose new properties on those things.
Okay,
I'm being wrong like normal.
Why can't she just go, your blood is potatoes? Why didn't she do that to One for All?
Because she didn't know his name?
She didn't.
Yeah, she didn't know his name.
She didn't know his identity yet. Also,
Shiragaki's.
she's not. Here's the thing. I joked about her being American, and we think about that stuff in our spare time with a power like that. But she's actually not a psychopath.
Well, also, the reason why she can only have 2 rules going at a time is because she always has 1 rule going on herself.
Well, yes.
But, I mean, there's a lot you can do with 2 wishes, even if you have some restrictions on how to apply them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when the only limitations are physical contact with the target and speaking its name, those are those
also,
are really lenient rules.
The wiki could be super wrong. However, it's saying that she only had 2 rules, and one of those was basically keeping herself at all might levels.
Her whole thing.
I mean, I suppose that's a pretty fucking good rule at that point, huh?
I'm just reading the wiki on that.
No, I believe you. I'm just saying, like, that was the whole.
I am as strong as All Might at all times. Well, all right then.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I want to be clear. As soon as she saw Superman, she could go, "Oh, neat, upgrade. I'm as strong as
I am
Superman."
as strong as
at all-
Superman.
I fucking forgot one of her ultimate move is named Fist Bump to the Earth. And it's in
It's named
fucking
what?
English too. Fist Bump to the Earth. In which she forces the air to copy the shape of her body, but at 1,000 times the size, and then it mimics her movements.
Oh boy.
Oh, this
All
character
right.
was so fun when she showed up.
Too bad that she
Too
couldn't
bad they
exist for too
fucking
long.
fridged her.
Literally, she breaks
Yeah,
the
they-
fucking plot though. She sees
Yeah,
the dudes.
why?
Honestly,
Well,
that's
why can't
probably a
she just
part
do
of
And-
eggs?
I know.
Fuck you. That's why.
Look, I know that she could, but I also am someone who goes, okay, well, we can't just keep her in the fucking story. Unfortunately, I don't know why he wrote her like that without any sort of preventing her from doing something. Also, small thing, why didn't she help earlier?
Fuck you.
The
What do you
canon
mean?
Exactly.
is
That's why
that she was busy in the United States taking care of business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm-
also the countries don't like foreign heroes coming over without a fuck ton of red tape to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's this
this-
whole
Yeah.
it's this whole thing, sign, where you don't want weapons walking around your country.
Sign. What do you mean sign?
Yes,
I'm sorry,
sign.
force of habit. I'll take that back, sign. That was force of habit.
Bart, no! I'm right here.
But wasn't it also
But,
just a matter of like shit had not escalated to the point that All Might called
yeah.
in
Yeah,
people?
well, there's that too, and All Might also doesn't like calling in favors if he can avoid it. Because here's the thing:
Walking in on F
if he'd
is
asked
on point
America for
Sneaky.
help, they
True.
100% would have sent Star and Stripe over to help him if he'd asked. But he
Yeah.
doesn't like.
Toshinori is.
It's been shown he doesn't like doing that if he doesn't feel it's necessary. Which, in his
He's
defense,
prideful.
up to this point, he did have the all for one situation under control.
Well, I
Yeah.
want to be clear, right?
So he
To the
thought.
point where
He's
it was just a
specifically-
Japan issue. They did keep it contained to Japan, technically. So there's no reason to ask for international help.
Yeah, well, and let's be. I'm pretty sure they said that when the first time it was happening, he was like, "Hey, yo, Kathleen, I need help." I'm pretty sure he said that.
That I don't remember.
So, speaking of horrible renditions of superheroes, has Atten watched episode 1 of Green Lantern yet?
No.
Oh no, it's not Green Lantern. It's the Lanterns. Get it right.
Oh, my bad. The Lantern.
Don't you know,
Excuse you?
Sneaky? Green is stupid. That's why they kept it out of the title in the show.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. I mean, what's it good for? A lighter, fake money?
You know, I'm getting real sick of people being put on superhero properties that don't like property.
Superheroes? Yeah, well.
Right.
It's just you know, I used to kind of shrug at the whole like game journos and current writers for shows we're getting starting back in like 2016-17 were just failed screenplay writers and whatnot that couldn't hack it in the big league, so they had to quote unquote settle.
Oh yeah, they absolutely are.
And then I started paying a little more attention when 2018 rolled around. We started seeing it more, and now we're in 2026. Like, yeah, this is a consistent fucking pattern. If you don't like the thing, stop volunteering to write for it.
Yeah, but how else will they ever make their mark on history, Max? If they don't tell their story.
You know, I would think you'd want to make a positive mark on history, not a negative wet fart.
But Max, it's their dream.
No.
It is their culmination of
It's
their
their
of
vision.
their creative talent.
If their
don't you
creative
know
talent
it's
is that, I don't know. I feel like that's a bad
their
thing.
vision. You can't make fun of it.
You absolutely could.
Oh, you can't do that. That's mean.
I guess I'm gonna be mean.
Oh no.
Right?
I'd rather be mean than a snowflake.
I mean, yeah, that too.
Right?
And then quirks appeared, right? So people who were heroes appeared before quirks, and then quirks appeared.
No. No, that's not how that happened.
No, that's what happened.
No, that's definitely not how any of that worked.
And then for 200 years, Superman was a hero from the start of Quirks to the end of Quirks. Superman was a hero, and then he died.
Fuck off.
Yep. So that was cringe.
That's one way to put it.
Again, the writing itself isn't terrible, and it doesn't feel like ChatGPT. But the idea is just so stupid. Lord of the Rings, Elder Scrolls crossover. A story called The Dragon Rings. The armies of Mordor grow each day, and the battle for Middle-earth is about to begin. The Valar know the chances for the light to win are slim and are unable to intervene. Reaching out through the infinity of the Oblivion, they call upon the divines for aid, and Akatosh sends the one who can stand against the armies of Sauron. Theron, the White Dragon, and his wife Serana.
Oh, there is.
Lordy, 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 these rings.
Damn, you're stupid, author. Damn, you're stupid.
I was gonna make a joke that the funniest person he could send was either Dagoth or Palinol. That would have been funny. Just send either one of them to do it. And yes, I know Dagoth isn't technically a person, but you just
like
see him.
Okay, first of all, it's not the Valar who would be making that decision.
Yes.
It's God. Right? Iluvatar.
Yeah.
It's God.
Yeah.
He would be making that decision. Second of all, this is the guy who, when he sent a literal, actual wizard there, he put shackles on the wizard and said, you can only interfere with as much magic as is strictly necessary to counter the bad guys above a certain level. Like, fine. Magic light in Moria? That's fine. You want to summon giant lightning bolts from the sky? Well, you better be fighting a Balrog.
Right.
Like, I cannot stress that enough to everyone. All of the wizards were limited. Like, they all had...
Tom. But yeah.
Tom isn't a wizard.
Tom was not a wizard.
Tom was just built different.
What is Tom?
I could have sworn he was...
Tom Bombadil is Tom Bombadil.
Like, what actually...
No,
Tom
what
is
actually is he, though?
No, that's what we're saying.
No,
literally, Tom Bombadil is just Tom Bombadil. He is one of the first things that ever lived. And the whole reason that he's in the story was literally Tolkien had him in there. We know this from Tolkien's letters. Tolkien had him in there to make a point about because everything ties back to the ring. It all comes back to the ring. The ring didn't give you superpowers. The ring just made you more of what you were. So if you were already strong and wise and charismatic, it would make you stronger and wiser and more charismatic. And it tempted you by making you greedy and preying on your greed and your need and your desires. Tom Bombadil was a dude who'd been around forever and lived in the woods and had a beautiful wife that cooked him food and he fucked around in the forest. And that is why the ring had no power over him. Not because he was super powerful, although he was. It had no power over Tom Bombadil because Tom Bombadil was one of those rare people who is truly content. He was happy. And so when the ring said, hey, man, you want some power? Tom Bombadil's just like, no, I'm going to stay here with my hot wife and eat cake.
I'm good.
Fair.
You do you, little bro. I think it's telling of the ring that Gandalf refused to hold the damn thing.
Oh, yeah. Gandalf was like, I'm not touching that. You don't want me to touch that.
We don't want what that thing does to people it to do to me.
Yeah.
Right.
It won't be good for you if I get it. And it is for that same reason that Galadriel goes, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly,
and
I
on top of
appreciate
that,
that
the divines
she just
would be the
looked at
last
them
person to answer
in that
their
scene
prayers.
like, I don't think you want that, little hobbits. You don't know what I'm capable of.
True. The divines would be the last one to answer any sort of prayer, because specifically the divines, the Aedra, were the ones bound to the reality of Tamriel, and they kind of have a small, tiny little grudge against all of the, we'll call them Magna Gi for circumstances. They kind of have a grudge against all of the Magna Gi who ran away.
Honestly, they just kind of have a grudge against everyone.
Yeah, but the reason why the Daedra exist is because the Daedra agreed to tie a small amount of power to Tamriel, allowing them to be bound by the rules of Tamriel. Which is why you don't have an all-out war between the Aedra and the Daedra, and why the Daedra are allowed to interfere is because the Daedra were like, okay, we're going to give up a little bit of our power, and we're going to give up a little bit of our freedom if you let us in. And the Aedra were like, it would be a pain in the ass to fucking kick you out, so yeah, this is just better for everyone.
We'll do it, but we aren't going to like it.
Yeah, so all the stars and the sun, that's Magna and the Magna Gi. The Magna Gi are people who followed Magna. Who is Magna? Magna is one of the creation deities that was like, oh shit, I'm getting out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out. And proceeded to run away from Tamriel because he didn't want to lose the freedom of being a creation deity to rule over some fucking piece of dirt.
Fair.
So he and all of his lesser spirit followers fled back into the Sea of Creation by punching a hole through Tamriel, which is why we have the stars and the sun. Because they're holes in reality that leak creation energy into Tamriel.
So anyway, I'm out. Later, guys.
Point being is, if one of the Magna Gi came around and were like, hey, Akatosh, can we have some help? Our place that we just created is not doing too hot. Akatosh would either probably A, smite them, B, laugh at them, then smite them. Akatosh isn't super happy about being chained to Tamriel. Because he kind of got duped. Because Shore was like, hey, I'm going to make you the chief deity of this place. You're going to be the biggest, most important guy here. You will be the deity of time and reality. And Akatosh was like, damn, that's a lot of power. You don't want that? Yeah, sure, I'll be the god of reality and time. Turns out to be the god of reality and time. Yeah, turns out to be the god of reality and time is you have to submit your existence to becoming that concept, which means basically the creation deities are like slimes. You know, like a cartoon slime, you know, like a video game slime. You know, they're just a ball of slime, and they ooze along, and they do things, and they can form into any shape they want, and they can do pretty much anything they want. They can have any property they want. You know, some are acidic, some are sweet, some are shoot laser beams. Don't ask.
As slimes do, yes.
As slimes do, yeah. What Shore did to these slimes was say, all right, well, you are now made of wood forever. And you will embody the properties of forests. And you're not allowed to move anymore. And you can only be a tree. The creature that used to be a slime and do whatever it fucking felt like, it does not like being only a wood-based tree. Now,
but he'd feel like
most
he
of
got
the
kinda
Ager came
duped.
to terms with it, but they're still pretty butthurt over it.
I imagine.
Anyway, point being is that this story would never happen. Akatosh would never send the Dragonborn over to the Middle Earth. Just wouldn't happen. Especially because he carries a portion of Akatosh's power with him.
Akatosh would be like, that shit ain't leaving my sight.
Yeah. Especially not to enter into another creation deity's realm. But, yeah, so that's that thing. And then we have Elder Scrolls Game of Thrones, which is a bit more believable because you can still at least say the Realms of Oblivion sit above the Game of Thrones. Hell, you can even say the Game of Thrones is a Realm of Oblivion, because technically any realm that isn't Tamriel is a Realm of Oblivion. And that could even go to explain why there's no magic in it, is because the sun is actually a sun in this realm. And not a hole in reality, spilling magic into it.
Fair.
Yeah. The last Dragonborn, Therion, has defeated Mirak and broke the realm of Apocrypha. That's not how that worked in the game. That's not what that did.
Nope.
Nah, it definitely would work like that, don't you know?
Nope. In the chaos that follows, he and Odahviing were thrown through, that's not the correct through, the realms of Oblivion. Waking in a land not his own, he finds a young boy running in search of recognition. Jon Snow doesn't know who this man is, but he knows that when an offer to learn magic is made, he would be a fool to turn it down. No, Jon Snow knows nothing. First off. Second off, Theon, I mean, yeah, sure, he could make the offer. I mean, maybe he would be able to generate enough magic on his own because he has a piece of Akatosh inside him. Maybe.
That's a big maybe.
Far-fetched.
I mean, that's relying on a lot of hand-wavium. It's even more hand-wavium to go around teaching magic because there's no fucking creation energy anywhere in Game of Thrones. Unless you're going to say that Westeros is somehow mimicking Tamriel and that the sun is actually a hole in reality as well. Which, I mean, fine, yeah, I could buy that. And then the Seven are a Daedra, and the Drowned God is a Daedra. And you could, like, style the Great Other as, like, a minion of Jiggalag's order. Yeah, I mean, you would basically have to retcon all of the background lore of the Game of Thrones to make this work, but it'll work in a way that isn't like jamming glass into a sandwich. It's like, you know, it's like if you order like instead of jamming glass into a sandwich, it's like if you ordered chicken fingers, fries, ketchup, and 2 pieces of Texas toast. And then when it got there, you're like, all right, so I'm just going to put the chicken fingers and fries on the Texas toast and slather it in ketchup and then eat that as a sandwich. It's like, yeah, that technically is a sandwich. Yeah. You can do that, I suppose. Question mark?
Minus the ketchup. That sounds pretty good.
It's like, I guess you can do it. I don't know why you want to,
geez.
but you can.
You just can't be happy, can you, Sign? You don't like
What?
bacon. You don't like ketchup.
No,
You eat
I
salt
love
by the
ketchup.
brick.
I love ketchup. Shut up. I love ketchup. I just wouldn't want to put it on Texas toast. All right. It fucks up the flavor palette. You know?
You're just wrong.
Chicken fingers on Texas toast would be fucking delicious, but ketchup on it would just fucking ruin it. No, I'm sorry.
All right, mayo.
Oh God, fuck no.
Oh, you hate
Mustard,
mayo
maybe?
too? Oh God.
Yes, I
Jesus
hate mayo.
Christ. Holy shit. Do you have a fucking flavor palette that isn't salt?
Yes.
Probably not. Somehow I'm better than him.
Well, Gray,
Doesn't
that's
like
because
mayo, doesn't like
Gray, your highly
bacon.
limited palate isn't your fault. It's not a choice. You'll just die.
You don't choose to be wrong. You just are.
I
Like Sign.
exist.
Who chooses to be wrong.
Of course.
Genetic Ascension, a Superman Invincible crossover. Oh, this should be good.
No, Dan.
Krypton fell to forces even a Viltrumite couldn't stop. Phyrexia could not save the planet, but she salvaged its greatest prize, her son. Ah, yes, of course, a Viltrumite Krypton hybrid. Sent to Earth and entrusted to Nolan, the child of Krypton and Viltrum carries the legacy of both nations. Will he rise as an unstoppable hero or become the most powerful conqueror the galaxy had ever known? Okay, so are you really telling me that the Viltrumites found out about the Kryptonians and their power-up when they aren't near a son of Krypton, and they just
Didn't.
They didn't breed full eugenics program. Yeah, I don't believe that.
Really? Only one Viltrumite fucked one Kryptonian.
Now,
really?
If it were a case of they just happened to stumble onto them right before the planet went up, which is entirely possible, then okay, sure, I can believe that. She only got one. Sure, all right. Why didn't she kidnap a bunch of them and put them on a ship or something? I don't know. Well, okay. They don't usually take ships to invade to do the scouting mission. They usually fly out. So, all right, yeah, sure. You can't just take one, but I mean, the moment you get that hybrid baby and you figure out, oh shit, they get powered up under the sun. Yeah, Viltrumite breeding program. Which is, what they did canonically on Earth with the humans.
Yeah. I don't know how this is gonna work. It's fucking Kryptonian Viltrumite Superman.
To be fair, I've considered doing something like this. Almost.
Oh, then
Almost
it's
exactly the
guaranteed to
same,
be
actually.
terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. You dick.
At least he admits his inability.
Well, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, though, it's like it's nothing interesting, and you just have to rely on the porn to draw people in.
That's why I didn't do it. I was just like, okay, what does this add? Nothing really. So, well, meh, fuck it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
an
you
even
could have a
stronger
funny
mark.
story.
You know, I don't see how that would stop you normally.
Well, see, Sign's actually been trying to write stories that would be both popular and fun to write.
Yeah.
Oh no, just the question of what does this add? Nothing. Like porn adds next to nothing for any story I've ever seen. But
No, but it will
I
make
haven't
people pay
written
for it.
a lot of porn in a while. I haven't written porn in a while.
Actually, yeah, that's he's not lying about
Say
that
he,
one.
yeah.
It's all of the Tanya chapters.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a little bit in the Marvel story, but not anything egregious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've been trying.
It's
It really comes.
porn,
I will
that's-
say it's actually been good for you for that story, because you really come off as a horny teenager in that one. So it's perfect. I didn't read it.
Go to hell.
It was a compliment. It was a compliment.
Right.
Is it a compliment like your
K-pop
usual
Demon
compliments?
Hunters. No. Return of Hope 2, a
Uh.
Superman crossover with Mass Effect.
Oh. Actually, you know what? I maybe could kind of see Mass Effect with DC crossover. I mean, it's not going to go the way Canon did. That's for damn sure.
Well, no, of course not. Return of Hope. Commander Shepard is dead. Knowing they need someone to complete his work fighting against the Reapers, the elusive man sets his sights on the next best thing, humanity's greatest hero. The only problem is that Superman gave up on the hero work a long time ago, but can the threat of galactic extinction bring him into the light? 36 chapters, 288,000 words. So then we have Return of Hope 2, which I think is a V2 of the story. Because the summary of Return of Hope 2 is Commander Shepard is gone. With no other options left, Cerberus spends 2 years and infinite resources to bring back the one man who has the strength to save them from the Reapers. But even with that man who has the power of a god, it will not be easy to defeat the Reapers. After all, he wouldn't be the first Kryptonian that they've harvested.
Well, that's worrisome.
Yeah, considering the fact that Superman was in fact not in that shuttle for 50,000 years. And the Reapers only harvest planets when they reach a certain technological level every 50k years.
No, every 50,000 years, and it's the entire galaxy they do it to.
Yeah, so that would imply that Krypton was thriving pre-50k years ago. Which I'm gonna say no. If they were, I would think a couple things would have been changed, you know.
You would think.
Yeah. But yeah, so no, okay, it's not a V2. It's a sequel.
Even.
Oh no, okay.
Better.
So it is a V2. My bad. It's just the author decided to go in a massively different direction. I've gotten back into Mass Effect, and I think I cringe a lot when I look at the old story. So here's the plan.
As you should.
I'm just going to rewrite the entire thing. Hence its name, 2. Yeah, that's what the 2 means. To everyone knows that 2 means it's not a sequel, it's a rewrite, as we all know.
Yeah, FF13-2, FF7-2, FF10-2.
Yeah.
Too bad we never got FF13 Revenge.
2-2?
2-2, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the remake of the remake.
Or the
FF13
versus
the remake
FF13
remaster.
That sounds like something Nomura
Deluxe
would
edition
like
game of the
Kingdom
year.
Hearts 2-on-2.
Well, unfortunately, he didn't get.
2-on-2.
Well, actually, he was told not to make it, and that's been a chip on his shoulder for the next 300 years.
Oh my god, I would laugh so hard if they made a Kingdom Hearts remake of the second Kingdom Hearts and called it Kingdom Hearts 2x2. And then put 4 in parentheses. And it was like... and they went full Final Fantasy VII with it. Where they're like, yeah, actually, this is the real story of Kingdom Hearts 2. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3.
Oh god, that would piss
What
so
in
many
the
people
fuck
off.
have you done?
He would do it, though.
Oh, he would
Probably
absolutely
would.
do it.
He would absolutely do it. That's the worst part.
Unfortunately.
Oh, God. Star Wars Rebels: A New Origin. A novelization of Star Wars Rebels from the beginning, but this time Urza is a Mandalorian from Clan Kyries.
You what?
Exactly.
Yeah, no. You can't even spell the clan with capital letters. Project Atlas, a Superman Halo crossover.
But why, though?
Spartans are trained to be unthinking, unflinching, unmoving in the face of impossible. Atlas is so much more. When humanity looks into the sky, they can see hope, justice, and reverence. When those that seek to hurt humanity look into the sky, they see the warrior, the monster, the demon. To those who seek destruction of humanity, he is the Cataclysm.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of dumb.
32 chapters, 213k words. This story was good up until chapter 10. I'm hoping that because we know the humans are the... Let me pronounce this correctly. I am hoping that because we know the Humala are the race, the precursor says made Superman as their proctor, just like how Master Chief is. But no, you had to add his whole race. That's so dumb, makes 0 sense. Krypton would be type 1 civilization with unmatched technology. With each person, they would have the strength to take over planets by themselves. With the highest of AI can keep up with their thinking speds. So in what world would they work with lesser race? Kryptons are extremely prideful, and there is no way in hell they would ever work with Covent. So fucking dumb to add his race made me quit this. Was pretty good right up till then. I mean, yeah, hell matched be unstill, but he could still use brain to copy and improve, humanitize tech, or invent space gates. I'm out. I don't want to give chance because now lore going 100% different, yet follow same path.
This is not an airport. You do not need to announce your departure, dickhead.
Isn't them being unthinking more of a Halo TV show thing? Yes. There was definitely a thinking sped involved in this. True.
Ooh.
There are lots of naming and punctuation inconsistencies here you need to fix. It is very enjoyable story, but interrupt quickly like make it unenjoyable. I'm trying to decipher intent behind wrong word instead of just reading it. You literally just had him be a straight-out analog for Clark. Right up to Injustice Superman losing his shite. Not very Superman. No, just irredeemable Brightburn Viltrumite Snydertron Milquetoast conglomerate character. He was literally a Clark analog the whole time until moment of weakness, then full-on regime of Justice Lords. What a crook of baloney, way too much drama and barely a single good battle, torture stressed out over a dozen chapters. Torture stressing your audience when he could have been here 3 chapters ago. You clearly have performance issues when it comes to writing a battle. This is a one-and-done situation.
Wow.
Why did you make Piccolo a Kryptonian?
Excuse me?
Fucking what?
Oh.
I'm sorry, what?
The fuck did you say to me?
I don't know. That's what the reviewer says. And you made a Piccolo Kryptonian out of the pathetic movie ones.
Everyone was confused by that.
And Chapter 12, you introduce the crap canon of Snydertron's Man of Steel. If Kryptonians existed during the ancient time, being contemporaries with old humanity and the Forerunners, they would have ruled the galaxy. The precursors would have chosen them back then to inherit the mantle due to their overwhelming power and science. The Forerunners would have been destroyed. Having to opposite land the opposite force just for drama is garbage. He would have been far off as a dimensional refugee trying to help humanity, arguing with Halsey and Peronsky, disputing Hood, and pointing out Chief's origins. If it was just him and the others boring, this is a big waste of time. Kind of boring for the Covenant to have integrated the Kryptonians into their empire.
Oh.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, no, that would just not happen. I don't know why it does.
Why did you need to counterbalance Clark with the new Kryptonians? It's boring as just having Clark. It's just as boring as having Clark one-shot the Covenant with no opposition. But now giving them Supermen of their own forces them into a stalemate with boring dialogue and boring lore.
Bro might not be wrong.
And bro's not wrong. Let's see, how bad is the dialogue? Holy shit, this is bad!
Ooh.
The laugh just hear that laugh and it's like, uh-oh.
Brand new experimental idea from one of my favorite universes. Halo. I love Halo. It's one of top game series. And when I first saw episode of TV show, I thought I should write some story.
Were you blinded by its terribleness?
Inspired. I'm sorry. Was he inspired because it was that bad, or was he inspired because it was that good in his?
Apparently, he just loved the TV show so much he was inspired to write.
He was paralyzed and dumbstruck, so he had to write it.
Chapter 2 says, I'm going to make it clear, since I'm continuing this story, there's a couple things I want to make it clear. While I am watching Halo TV show, and I do think it's a very good TV show, this fic will not be based on it.
Brother,
I don't think he's a Halo fan.
I'm a huge fan of Halo lore, but I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to look it up, and I'll make mistakes, so you'll just have to accept them.
No! You'll find that I don't!
I will try my best to speed up meeting the Covenant, because let's be honest, that's when the Halo really starts.
I'm so sick of authors that just refuse to do, like, just in general, whether it's original fiction or fan fiction, just do your fucking research. I liked Halo Reach just as something that was fun to play with my cousin. When I made my fucking crossover with Infamous, I had to pull the wiki up. I was looking up fucking mission walkthroughs just to make sure that I had an understanding of what was going on in Reach. Poor writing that fucking story. Get the fuck out of here.
That's a cool ass Gundam.
You expect them to do research?
Yes, I do.
That's asking too much.
The research is
Don't
hard.
you know?
Ironically, a good writer probably did a lot of reading before doing their writing.
Yeah.
What? No, nobody does that. That's work and effort. And
now, whether they actually comprehended what they read, I don't know.
That's gonna be a no, buddy.
Of course it's no.
God fucking damn it.
What did you find now?
Germany plans to build Europe's strongest military force by 2039.
No, Germany, not again.
No.
Why is it?
Yes.
You could Germany.
It's
You
gonna
had
be
the
great.
you had the chance to say 2033. You had the chance to say 2033. Why did you say 39? You could have had the funny number.
Maybe they were thinking about that when they made that declaration.
Right?
They just didn't want to lean into it.
You know
Yeah,
what, that's
they
fair.
definitely.
We don't
That
want
was
to
definitely
scare
what they were
anyone ahead of
thinking
time.
Yeah. That's okay, Germany.
Alright, bro.
Not like they have
Who
much in the
asked you
cowboy
to-
competition. True.
Who asked you to do this, Germany? Because whoever asked you
Somebody
to do it,
asked.
whoever, of course not.
They just did it for you as a service.
Been through this-
Everyone's
we've been
going
through this
after
twice
the Polygon
already.
article. True. Did you guys see the Polygon article that got posted?
Oh, that
Oh,
stupid
the-
thing, yeah.
The thing about
Polygon
the
discovers
sleeve-
that to play Fire Emblem, you need to use the console it was made for.
Yeah. God, they got slammed. So the original
Good.
headline was Fortune's Weave, something like Fortune's Weave will not be available for millions of gamers or some shit.
Yes, that's literally what it said.
Like, yeah, guys,
Because
welcome back to the
PC.
early 2000s. They're called console exclusive, and Nintendo is the only one who continued to give a shit about making good ones.
True.
Mm.
Here's the I
It's-
reposted the screenshot.
I just wish they'd stop making console exclusives. That shit's
just
so
like,
irritating.
Oh, why can't I play this game?
I mean, I console exclusives in theory are good for competition. Unfortunately, we've reached a point where there is no competition.
Yup.
It's literally just the same company.
Well, I mean, yes, and because the whole thing with console exclusives was you needed to buy the console before you could buy the console exclusive. But the whole reason why games were console exclusive and were not released on every console platform was
To convince you
because
to buy the console.
well, no.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was difficult developing a game across multiple consoles as well because they used different architectures.
Yes, but it was also the reason why is back then is the console exclusivity was to offset the cost of creating the console because you didn't make money on the console, you made money on the game. And so
Yes,
to
it
recoup
pushed
the money you
competition.
lost making the console, you made the games. And so that's why they weren't released across.
Like I said, it was good. It was good for competition.
Right, but that wasn't really competition, though, because you were effectively competing with yourself.
No,
and then
no,
people
you were
No, what?
Sneaky.
Console Wars.
You
Were
should
not
buy a
there for Console
PS2
Wars?
because we have Sly Cooper, and the Xbox doesn't have that. Or you should
You
buy
should
the
buy
Xbox
a
360 because we have
Xbox
Halo,
because we
and
got
PS2 doesn't
Halo.
have that.
Right, but
Yeah, I
no,
was
but
gonna say.
the problem
exactly.
is
That
that's
was-
just that's an archaic holdover from an era where costs were expensive and everyone was generating their own console.
Yeah. Sneaky. That's my
Yes.
point. It was good for competition. It stopped being good for competition. Probably, honestly, the start of whatever generation PS4 was.
I would say honestly,
No, I'd say
PS3.
PS3.
Yeah.
No, because PS3 still had solid exclusives, as did the Xbox at the time.
Right, but the ability to program
maybe
the game in a
maybe the
more
end
universal
of
format
that
that'd be
generation.
playable to a larger number of people was the PS3
Yeah, but that didn't happen.
generation.
But that didn't happen until like halfway through.
Um,
And the only ones that were doing across
Yeah, that's
both
fair.
platforms were the huge hitters, which was
Right, no,
mostly
but-
Call of Duty.
Right, but my
So-
point is that conceptually, not the finances at the time needing more games that were exclusive to offset the cost of the console. I'm talking about competition-wise, in genuine, would they fare better if they just made games on a universal platform like the computer instead of making it for their niche architecture? It would be cheaper if they just moved to the computer and competed with each other on the computer, because then when someone buys a computer, then they actually can just buy any game, and now the company doesn't need to waste money on making consoles because now they can just focus on making games which sell at a way better return ratio than the console does.
Yeah.
My point is that the competition only existed in a fantasy that was conjured out of a need to sell games to offset the cost of the console.
Well, the
Of course, we're all
competition was
also
also
considering that
Microsoft
everyone in this
trying
conversation
to-
is actually
And up
intelligent and not
until
a
the
CEO.
end of the PlayStation 2 era and the end of the Xbox era, and I would say maybe a little bit into the 360 and PS3 era, computers were not as
halfway.
widespread in terms of gaming. And so,
Yeah,
yes, I will
halfway
give
up
credit to
amongst
you
those
there.
eras.
There's
But
also the fact that Microsoft
that's why I
tried
said-
to
well-
do what they did with the browser war.
Microsoft really shot PC gaming in the knees. Really
Yeah,
kneecapped that with the games for Windows Live nonsense.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
fucking hate games for Windows Live.
games for
It's
Windows
cringe.
Live was so ass.
There are games that you cannot play any longer on PC. because
They
that's
could have
down.
had such an easy win just switching over to just selling the games on Windows instead of trying to make their
Yeah, but-
own distribution system.
You mean over to Steam?
Microsoft doesn't like money.
Well,
Well,
not
no,
even over
Microsoft
Steam.
likes money, but everyone involved in that era was sniffing a huge amount of cocaine, so they didn't
Yeah.
know any better. They were just like, "Oh, we need to have
Yeah.
exclusivity so we can have this shit." Again, we're all saying this like, "Oh, people who were
They-
involved
they-
in the
no,
marketing
the
level and also
games
the
on
CEOs
Windows
are
Live
intelligent."
was them trying to do the PlayStation Store, but on a Windows computer, which doesn't work
Yes.
because there was already disc-based games on the computer for decades. And so they were trying to introduce, like, even back then, like, Valve wasn't big, I would say, until at least, honestly, Dota 2 coming out. The Dota
I
2
thought it got
beta
big.
is when I started seeing people actually, like, use Steam.
Yeah, Steam did just take a huge fucking leap at some point.
Like, before Dota 2, Steam was pretty much just Counter-Strike and Half-Life before Dota 2. Yeah, there was games on there, but like people went to Target instead. People went to GameStop instead.
Now here's the thing. I will say the first time I got I did anything with Steam was when I was at Target, I think, and I bought a copy of Civ 5 because I was super excited for a new Civilization game because Civilization 4 was fun as shit. Little did I know how disappointing 5 would be, but that's another story. And I bought it, and it had a disc, but it also came with a Steam key, and I was like, oh, what's this? Like, that was my first exposure to Steam.
Man was like Jack Skellington and picking up a random thing going, What's this?
What's this?
I wasn't aware Civ 5 was considered garbage compared to 4.
From my understanding,
yeah,
they
that's a very
removed a
popular
whole
opinion.
lot of the mechanics.
They did a lot.
I liked 5.
It's not that 5 is bad, it just isn't as good as 4. It's a massive
Literally
step down
just
from
said it was
4.
bad.
5 was
Yeah,
my
so
introduction.
I'm
did just say
revising.
it was
I
bad,
am
though. That's
revising
why
my
I'm like,
statement. I'm
damn.
revising my statement. In comparison to what we had in 4, Civ 5 is very disappointing.
This is a Dark Souls 2 situation, isn't it? It's a shitty Dark Souls, but it's still a good game.
Yeah, kind of. It's just they did a lot to simplify some mechanics. They didn't really improve the combat. If anything, they made it kind of worse, which was a feat because Civ didn't have amazing combat before. The AI is a little dumber. Some of the stuff they did for like cultural victories and whatnot, it's kind of like, eh.
As someone who grew up playing Civilization 3, I did not like Civilization 4.
I wonder if this is just a case of everyone loves the civilization they had when they had it.
I mean, no, because I dropped Civilization 3 when Civ 5 came out. I played a shitload of Civ 5.
Civ 2 and Civ 3. Civ 5 was decent. Civ 4 was very bad.
Yeah, I had 337 hours in Civ 5. I had 40 hours in Civ 6.
Civ 6 is also bad.
I had 10 hours in Civ 4.
Yeah, Civ 6 was fucking terrible.
I mean, have any of us really enjoyed Civilization, though, if we weren't playing it through the mail? Some rando halfway across the country.
That's very true. We haven't.
I prefer Beyond Earth over 4. I'm just going to say that.
Ooh. Jesus.
Damn!
Damn, Gray with the fucking steel chair against Atten. Damn. Look at Civ 7. Okay, hold up. No, whoa. You cannot just come out of nowhere and be like, you look at Civ 7.
Civ 7 is
There's a 7?
Yeah,
No.
that's the one with
it didn't happen.
No, there isn't.
It's 6 with which one is it with Harriet Tubman?
7.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was dog shit.
But yeah. So I liked Civ 5 a lot. I had a lot of fun playing Civ 5. Civilization 2 or bust, fair enough.
Yeah, there were good times and bad times for me in Civ 5.
Who said Civilization 2 or bust?
Who do you think? The person that said it in the chat and in voice.
Also, I feel old. Civilization 5 was 2011.
Yeah, like I said, 2011, 2011, 2012, that's kind of when I felt that Steam really took off. Yeah, so before that, they tried Windows Live, and people had alternatives, disk-based alternatives, that worked way better than Windows Live, because Windows Live didn't fucking work. They tried to
Yeah, that
jam
was
the
dumb shit.
Xbox 360 into the computer, and it just didn't work.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, they have
wanted
since actually
they
jammed the Xbox into the computer and it works.
they wanted the
Since
walled
then,
garden
yes.
that they had on their console, and it just didn't work as well on the PC because people were too used to having umpteen
Freedom.
potential sources, both paid and free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modding.
But it's like, and a lot of it too is like, well, why would I get it on PC here when I've got a PS3 or an Xbox 360 laying around already?
Right.
Or I've got an
Right.
Xbox or a PS2, because a lot of people who did PC gaming still had a console because they were portable.
Yeah, because
and
there
knew
was
they
there was
just
the
worked.
transition time. Yeah, like I know a lot of
that-
people who didn't pick up future consoles after the 360 or PS3 because they moved to the computer, but they definitely picked up a computer during the era when they started becoming easier to purchase and buy.
And they
Yeah.
it started being on par with consoles, and now that the PS5 and current Xbox are literally just PCs,
Shittier PCs.
and their exclusives aren't
Yeah.
even exclusives. And Sony's like, we're no longer porting to PC. It's like, okay, cool. Well, any potential sales you would have had just right down the shitter now, because at least you could have recouped something on a PC port.
Yep.
Well, that's because people were expecting Sony to make actually good PC ports and were getting really fucking angry and refunding their games when their games were A, shit, or B, had a bad PC port.
Yeah.
And Sony was like, "Oh my god, why are people not liking our game?" It's like, well, because you're either sabotaging the game, or you're sending a shitty game to us, or you made a shitty game in the first place.
The problem is like their PC ports were okay. They worked. The problem is what they started shoving into the ports. That being required PlayStation account for single player games, no less. It's like I refunded Black Ops 6 or 7 because they wanted me to make an Activision. I was like, no, I'm not making an account to play single player. Fuck off. Give me my money back. And after they tried that with Helldivers and cut off 80% of their fucking player base because you can't get a PlayStation account in 100 some odd countries.
Yeah.
Because they don't have servers there.
Or because it's illegal. They just have it flat out banned.
Yeah.
They've done a fantastic job. It's such a far cry from the start of the PS4 generation of here's how you share games with friends on the PlayStation console.
Oh
and
god,
just
yeah, I
handing
remember
your
that.
friend
Yeah.
the disc.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how well that's working out now.
Well, as it turns out, the guy, so the dude in the video, the Japanese man specifically, the one who had the idea for the video, yeah, they dropped him after moving headquarters to California, apparently. And I think it's because, he cared about the customer. We can't have that in executive management.
No.
No.
Oh, fuck no. Customer? Nah, fuck those guys. The customers are always trying to steal from us, don't you know?
Yeah. That's the other thing. It's Sony just being like, "Oh, the customers are trying to steal from. They don't want to pay for our games. Those filthy PC players. They expect things like reasonable prices." It's like,
And
they
frame rate.
quality
stable. No, not just frame rates. Stable frame rates.
Yeah.
How dare they be so
The
entitled?
nerve.
The nerve. They expect 4K textures at 120 FPS. The nerve of these people to expect technology.
They actually don't. They just want a stable game.
These fucking
we
plebs, how dare
Wait, what
they?
do you mean we don't, Max? But that's what Sony keeps saying their games can do. They keep saying their games can be 4K at,
I mean, if
10
they're gonna
FPS.
promise that, then yeah, that better be what I get if that's what they're promising. But I don't expect that out of a
If I
game,
have a
unless I'm
5000,
told
if I have like,
it will do this.
if I have a 5K RTX card and your game is running at 10 FPS on the lowest settings, I'm sorry, but there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we know what the problems are. DRM, anti-cheat,
Yep.
and
Yep.
enforced ray tracing are a large part of why that's
Yeah.
happening. On top of the
we
fact that
gotta make
everything's
sure to
made
put
in
some
Unreal
anti-cheat
Engine.
on the fucking single-player game, guys. We can't let them cheat in a single-player game. They might ruin their single-player
Yeah.
experience.
We can't
That's
have
so
people.
fucking dumb.
We
If
can't have
I
people
want to
cheating in our.
ruin my single player experience, I will fucking do so. It's my money. I'll waste it if I want.
And
Right?
Bravely Default is for you.
Wait, did Bravely Default come with anti-cheat?
No, it comes with the opposite.
Huh?
Bravely Default, the game where you can change all of the settings.
Yeah.
Oh, Bravely Default is a fantastic introduction to JRPGs.
It's also just a good RPG.
I'm gonna be honest. Being able to adjust the difficulty on the fly was actually really neat. Because again,
Oh yeah,
just give the player choice. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't take choice away.
Yeah.
Just give them more. And
Like,
I've had this argument with that before. Like, if the player can't stop themselves from making it easy, that's their fault and a fucking skill issue.
Yeah.
That's not the devs. If the dev wants to make a difficult game, by all means. If the dev wants to give freedom of choice, please. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I was gonna say,
it's not
like,
even really a skill issue. It's just I enjoy having fun with this game the way I want to fucking do it.
No, sign. The problem is, I've heard the argument that some people don't want that much freedom of choice because they personally will just default to the easiest settings, and that means they won't get a challenge because for some reason they can't add 2 and 2 together in their brain and realize just set everything to the most challenging thing then and dial it down until you find your preferred level of challenge.
Yeah, well,
So
that
they can't
choice
help
is hard,
themselves.
Max.
Somehow they have worse impulse control than
Taking
someone with
responsibility
ADHD.
is hard.
Look,
Right.
you just set it. You just set it to 100 for everything, and if it's too hard, you lower it. Or if you want to be a fucking idiot like I was, you turn everything up to 200%, farm to level 99, and wonder why the end game isn't very hard. Don't do what I did, kids.
I don't care if the end game's hard or not.
yeah. Here's the thing. I really appreciated the the difficulty stuff because then I could go, oh, cool. I want to see what I get, right? What's this boss fight look like on hard difficulties? Is it bullshit? Is it fun? What's it like? And also, this was one of those games where they rewarded you for farming on higher difficulties. So they're like, oh, cool. You're fighting on super hard. Cool. You're getting 200% gold and 200% XP.
Yep.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, you
Those
could
are always awesome.
adjust that yourself.
Right. See, that's the thing. That was like, I never really liked the whole like.
No.
Okay, so this creature's gonna be harder.
Golden
How
XP
is
had
he
their
gonna
own
be harder?
fighters.
Oh, we're gonna give him 300% HP. Okay, he's gonna hit for 200% damage. Okay, and you're gonna do 50% less damage. It's like, okay, so at any point in time, are you actually gonna make this guy hard, or are you just gonna stack debuffs?
No, they're just gonna stack debuffs and call that hard.
To this day, my favorite hard mode on any game will always be Metro 2033, which is bullets will kill you in 1 to 2 shots. In exchange, enemies will also die in 1 to 2 shots if they're humans, and if they're mutants, well, you better have a shotgun ready.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the stalker form of difficulty where it's just like, hey, everything dies faster. Wait, then wouldn't that mean that on normal and easy, it's super hard to kill enemies? Yes. Won't that
In
ruin
exchange,
people's
you're also tougher.
Yeah.
Won't that ruin people's idea of how the game works? Yes.
No, actually no, it doesn't. Surprisingly, it turns out people when it clicks in their brain what the gimmick of the difficulty is, they tend to like it
Yeah.
because it makes sense.
Yeah, the most ass form of difficulty ever is you die in one shot, but it takes an entire magazine for the enemy. That's the most ass form of difficulty in existence.
Oh, so you mean oh fuck.
I remember Stalker.
Yes, thank
Stalker
you. Thank
definitely
you.
had issues with difficulty and people
Helldivers
going,
definitely, yeah.
I wasn't even saying Helldivers has its own issue with difficulty.
Issues,
I mean,
plural.
Helldivers is held back by a dev team that doesn't understand fun anymore.
Their dev team hates their players.
I mean, look, if that's what their vision of the game is, fine, but like people still get the shit on it. Like a reminder, this is something you got to come to terms with at some point in life. Just because you put a lot of effort in something, doesn't mean anyone owes you shit for it.
It's a very female way of thinking.
What, that you're owed something just because you put in a fuck ton of work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much every woman in my life has said that to me at some point in time, that they deserve something because they tried hard.
I've never had that experience. Like,
you haven't?
Not with exclusively females. For me, that's always just been shit I've heard from people who liked the idea of the participation trophy nonsense.
Which, on average, tends to be women. No, I'm not saying that guys don't say that shit.
Maybe in your life it was.
No, I mean, like, literally, on average, midwits, the middle of the pack, they like participation trophy shit because they're smart enough to realize they're not good enough to win. And so they want to be rewarded for the effort they do put in.
I want to be rewarded for
No, Sneaky said on average that's women, not on average that's midwits.
Yes, and women on average are midwits. That's the bell curve section
on
they
average.
occupy. Yes.
I'm pretty sure humans on average are midwits, Sneaky. This is not exclusive to one biological gender over the other.
Yes, I'm aware, but you have more idiots and geniuses on the men's side, which means, on average, you're going to have more people wanting a participation trophy who happen to be women.
It's unfortunate.
Least misogynistic New Jerseyan.
Actually, yes.
That's a problem. It's half a joke.
I'm gonna be honest. The shit I've heard Sneaky relay from even just the female members about other women.
Oh, women
they say way
shit
worse shit about females than he does.
A dude will talk shit about his bro, trying to help him out, encourage him a little bit. Yeah. Women actually mean it, on the other hand. Or there's the other option.
I always do love those fucking videos where it's just like, who's this? Oh, he's my friend. Oh, what's his name? I don't know. What's his birthday? I don't know.
Yep.
Where does he live? I don't know. What does he do?
I'll ask my mom. She'll know. Oh, you have a mom? Sick.
Yo, you have a mom? So do I.
Awesome. Me too.
Yo!
You've been friends with him for how long and you don't know this? I don't know, 10, 15
How
years?
did you guys meet? I pulled him off of the street. Asked him if he wanted to play Halo.
If his name were important, I'd remember it, obviously.
I don't know. I just call him that guy. He's that guy in my phone.
Hey, bro. Hey, dude.
I mean, honestly, some people don't even get that guy. They get called dipshit, and that's what it is in the book.
Yep.
How many fucking years it took for Sneaky and I learned each other's actual offline names? It was a while.
I think it was like 2016 or so.
Oh, that's why I didn't recognize this zombie design. The Sniper Zombie Army games are on sale right now. Really good prices, but yeah, I was very confused, Sneak, because I'm looking at the banner. I'm like, I don't recognize this particular zombie design. I'll post this in the 9K.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I don't recognize it because apparently that's the banner they use for the VR game. And this is how I learned they made a VR game for it.
They made a VR game for it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a choice.
Decision.
The only thing that I just saw in this trailer on the Steam page that looked neat was using your VR controllers to grab a grenade thrown at you midair and toss it back.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
I mean, that is pretty neat.
But like, I'm not getting it just for that gimmick because the marketing is almost all the not sniper weapons because I don't think a sniper would work very well in VR for this particular formula.
Oh no, I have seen gameplay of this. Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, no.
But no, if anyone wants to pick up some solid zombie shooters, the Zombie Army trilogy is honestly your best fucking bet for that. Good solid games, and they did do a Left 4 Dead crossover that I completely forgot about until now.
Oh, hey, Minecraft Dungeons is on sale for 50% off for only $10. I actually recommend it at $10. If you like action RPGs, Minecraft Dungeons is actually great.
I'm gonna take a look at this.
I picked up
I need like a
Pathfinder Wretch of the Righteous.
That, yes. Solid game. I still recommend. I just say this for every Owlcat game: get the toy box mod.
There are more people on my friends list that own Zombie Army Trilogy than I thought there would. There's still less than there should be.
What's the toy box mod?
Okay, so toy box is a general purpose mod for these games that will let you like edit pretty much everything. Like you can edit your character stats, you can give yourself items, you can give yourself gold, you can set quest flags, you can turn off quest flags.
Nice.
In fact, if you wanted, for you, Sign, Mr. I want to play the game on easy. Like, you can literally set it so that every time it starts an encounter, everyone just dies.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh, it's a Sign special.
Completely and utterly expected of Sign.
I'm just telling you that it's an option.
Yeah, it's an option.
Yeah, sure, that's an option. I don't like that.
Whoa, we found a level to Sign's hackery?
Yes.
I mean,
I
recommended me that mod.
I was
and I only
trying
used
to put it out there as a you can use this. The more general reason I suggest pretty much everyone get it is because listen, Owlcat makes good games, but they make incredibly large games where things break all the fucking time. So the ability to edit flags.
It's a necessary tool.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is a super necessary tool on PC. I don't know how the fuck console players deal. I really don't.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I used it 2 times. Once, Adam told me I missed a flag because he was watching me stream the game. He's like, "Hey, you missed a flag to like start a quest." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I talked to the guy. He's like, "Well, apparently it's bugged." I'm like, "Fuck." So I changed that.
Yeah,
and the other time he was just like, "No, skip this part of the game because it's ass." because it was literally just basically 30 in-game weeks of me doing nothing.
Oh yeah, no, that part. Yeah, I'm like, nah, just skip that part. But yeah, like I again, I thoroughly recommend everyone have it if for no other reason than you will be playing the game and at some point an important quest flag is going to break for you. And it's not your fault
Yep.
and you didn't do anything wrong, but
It's just the game.
you got the right. It's like the fact that Skyrim can occasionally not give you a dragon soul, and you can be the unlucky guy who starts the game and the first dragon doesn't give you the dragon soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to use it. In Rogue Trader for Argent's flags.
Argenta?
Yeah, because two of them broke that I did correctly, and I know I did correctly because I double checked the guides when I got to that point. I'm like, okay, something's not right. Did you do this? Yes, this, yes, this, yes. I get fucked. You got unlucky.
Yeah. It's like, and
I
again,
don't think so.
Yeah, it's like you didn't do anything wrong. You just got super unlucky because it just broke. It just broke, and you did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
and
it's
on
one of those.
Another wondrous game from Todd Howard.
It's
Todd
just one of those
Howard,
interesting things where it's like visual novels are able to keep track of like so many flags because that's all they are. It's just text and flags.
Text and red
Owlcats
flags.
and Larian do that, but with stuff that is way more complex and thus far more prone to failure.
And with 6,000 different flags, like
Oh,
Lots of variables.
RT mentions?
yeah, because yeah, it's just it's variables on variables on variables. So
anyway, so Atten, you'll love
make
this author's
great
note.
games though. So
oh no.
I have a feeling.
Okay, everyone, this is the end of the story. I wanted to explain some things before I get rants in the reviews. I know the character I wrote isn't very Superman, but there is a reason for that. Because despite what people think, Superman isn't supposed to be a paragon of hope and goodness in the world.
Yes, he fucking is.
Sorry, what? Isn't that the entire
If
point
he
of character?
was, then we wouldn't have the
Well,
Injustice or
I mean,
Red Sun storylines.
a large part of his
no,
character,
those are
a large
what
part of
if.
his character is also using great power responsibly.
Yes.
I can hear Atten like actively frothing.
Oh no.
Look at me. I think I'm a millennial author. I think Superman is cringe. I'm gonna write him to be cringe. Look at me, everyone. I'm so fucking smart.
It's just the same here. He misspells the word here. Atlas has been raised by the army. He knows war and killing. He didn't have a peaceful upbringing, so he's different than Superman. As some of you have noticed at the end of this story, the truth is I wanted to end this story a while ago, but I didn't want to make it a cliffhanger.
So he's not.
I would say hello, Garth Ennis, but Garth Ennis knows how to actually end the story.
I'm pretty sure he's not called Superman in the Red Sun story. And as for Injustice, Injustice is literally Superman finally had his one bad day, and he
Joker was
didn't
right in the
handle
end.
it well.
Honestly,
That
that
was
version
the
of
point
Superman is like also.
That was the
there's
point. That was the point of that story. Like that was his one bad day, and he was not able to overcome it in the same way Batman did his one bad day.
I mean, it's not a good story, but yeah.
It's a
I'm
turn
not
your
going to
brain
argue
off
it.
story.
I'm not
It's a
going to
turn your
argue
brain
it.
off story. That's what it is.
Okay. Okay, that's
What?
No, that's that.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying
like-
that's completely fair. That's completely fair. I'm backing off. That's fair. Yep.
I like the only reason to really pick up Injustice is to see some really sick ass ultimate moves in the fighting game.
True.
Like watching Flash's ultimate of like, I'm going to now use the Speed Force to run through time itself, slamming you through various objects. ending with the final slam into a fucking T-Rex. Who's just like, what the hello?
Yeah.
You can say NetherRealm's a lot of things, but spectacle reverse they are not.
Oh God, what
Oh,
the
wow.
fuck? So to get
What do
us
you
back
what the
on
fucking?
track and close out
Oh,
the
dear.
night,
Yeah.
one last
Uh-huh.
crossover story to, well, okay, maybe two more.
We don't have to.
Orcbane. After Jiraiya beats up Ebisu, Naruto is left with no teacher to train him. Impressed by Jiraiya's summoning jutsu and left with no choice, he decides to steal the Scroll of Seals again. However, without signing a summoning contract, things go terribly wrong. A Naruto times Sylvanas times Illyria story, Blood Elf-centric fic. Read the summary inside.
We finally got one,
fucking
boys!
Oh
sorry?
no.
No
took a while.
way.
Summary
Also-
inside. I don't have it. Fuck.
Those
Go ahead and take bad grammar as well, by the way.
those are
that.
pairings.
That is indeed a pairing, yeah.
Specifically because Illyria is a married woman.
I was thinking
Yeah.
you had the summary inside. Why didn't you take
Not
it?
anymore.
Did I?
Bottom left.
Oh, I did. How about that?
I'm nowhere close to getting a bingo, but
And Sylvanas...
I'm actually close to getting a bingo. The title should be an obvious clue, but I'll state this explicitly. This is not a story for people that think orcs are cool.
Okay, yeah, fair. Orcs are dog shit.
Okay?
this is an incorrect statement.
The
Orcs are
forest
best.
trolls won't be shown in a positive light either. You mean the forest trolls, the same people that sacrifice and murder babies?
The
Which
Those
baby
guys-
murders
troll?
will not be shown in a positive light. Okay, I'm not sure why this has
Oh,
to
I
be
understand.
stated, but
I'm not
all
sure
right.
you can show them in a positive light, but sure, author.
The
The
only
cannibal
time...
racist baby killers will not be shown in a positive light in my story. Okay.
Thanks.
So this is a Second War story.
Oh, great.
Oh dear.
And I know this specifically because they're calling out forest trolls, not jungle trolls, which the horde trolls are the jungle trolls until BFA's ending.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, there
it is noted, it is noted that the Darkspear are one of the better jungle trolls out there that don't do all the rituals. And the orcs, you can go during the third and after. There's some honorable qualities because they're going back to shamanism.
Right.
Second war, they're still,
still
demon
demons.
and happy.
Yeah. Aha.
Still,
Wow.
Illyria is married to Turalian. They have a kid at this point.
Great.
That doesn't
Canon
matter.
You should know
Warcraft
better
will
than to
be
think that that will
derailed.
stop the horny.
This fic will
Right.
start before the opening of the Dark Portal.
Oh dear.
Then there's no orcs.
Wait, I'm sorry, what fucking opening is this? Somewhere in the Land of Fire, in a certain hot spring town, a short blonde boy... No way! Opening character description, too?
What?
By
Yes.
the Emperor!
Does that count as a
Oh,
non-chapter?
man.
No.
Not yet.
It counts as an opening character description.
Wait, can we get description of the canon character as well? Are we gonna get a twofer with that?
I think
Nah,
we
probably
are.
not.
Wait, we have that? That's a separate one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
describing
Description of
canon
canon
characters,
character.
That's true, right? Yeah.
Can we get?
Yeah.
Oh wait, did Sign get an L at all, or has he managed
Sign
to say
did not get an L
L3?
yet.
Okay.
Didn't we have one
okay.
banked?
No, we use the banked one.
No.
Okay, that's not really a description of canon character. It's just short blonde boy, and that's it. That's...
Watched in disbelief as his sensei got defeated in the blink of an eye by a strange old man giant toad. Hey, closet pervert, wake up. However, that closet pervert was knocked out cold with his legs and arms spread out on the ground. He looked pathetic. Crouching behind his prone form, the boy formed a ram seal and said 1,000 years of death and shoved his fingers up his ass. The anticipated yell of agony from having his butthole gored did not come. Damn, he's definitely knocked out, he said, his tone of voice betraying his disappointment. That's definitely what happened.
Everyone in the story should die.
Yes. His sensei, Hitaki Kakashi, has chosen to focus on training Sasaki expressively. He really did write it that way. Okay.
Oh, yep. I had to double check with you there, Sneaky.
Yeah. He really did.
Yeah, he's very expressively helping Sasuke.
Yeah. For the Chunin exams and dumped Naruto in the hands of so-called Tabutsuki Jonin to train him in his steed. However, a few months ago, Naruto had easily defeated that Tabutsuki Jonin Ebisu with the use of his harem sexy jutsu, knocking him out cold. His opinion of him was not great, to put it lightly. I told Kakashi-sensei this guy was weak, but he didn't believe me. What am I to do now? As he asked himself that, Naruto turned his ire on the one who had beaten up the man who was supposed to train him. Boy, what's with the big frog? What the heck are you? What a pervert, fool not a pervert, blah blah blah, make out paradise, blah blah, sage, fledgling, blah blah blah. I lost an entire day out of nothing. Damn it, I have to do something. Okay, I'm gonna steal it. Kuchi has no jutsu. The boy disappeared in a smangable smoke. Okay, so wait, he reverse summoned himself into Azeroth.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's not physically possible. Pretty sure.
Yes, it is.
No, reverse summoning is done with either a scroll set up ahead of time or by a summon that you've made a contract with. You do not reverse summon yourself. Something else does it for you.
No, you can reverse summon yourself, but yes, you do have to have a contract with them. But then again, this is a case of Naruto's always been retarded when it comes to things like this, so for him to get it so wrong that he did reverse summon himself, that's kind of canonically accurate to Naruto.
Well, yes, but the summons aren't a separate dimension. They're places
No,
in
the
world.
reverse summon technique is... You know, I had to...
It's a thing. It's
What year
canon.
was this written?
What year was this written? It was written like last year.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
the reverse... Yeah, the reverse summoning is meant for the animal to bring someone in.
Yeah, but I think they mentioned at some point that if you didn't if you didn't sign a contract before using the summoning jutsu, you would end up with the most compatible animal, but they might not like you or something.
Something like that.
God, it's been so long.
It's been a while.
Or it can be summoned, blah blah. It's been so long. I don't know if that was ever actually covered.
Huh. Might just be fanon then.
I mean, could be fanon, could be something pulled from one of the fan work books even. What the
Yeah.
fuck is Rin no Show? Scroll of Naruto Secret, Scroll of Facing Character Official Data Book. First of 4 data books covering chapters 1 through 119. Did this ever even get an official English release?
Unfortunately, again, author knows nothing. They're just wrong. Let's see here. We got up next Warcraft and Dead Space, because obviously that's a great combo.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a pair of mercenaries find themselves a businessman, specialist, underwater artifact, danger lurking, monolith of 1,000 years. Okay, so I mean, you're trying to shove Dead Space into Warcraft, and all you've managed to accomplish is average old god nonsense. I mean, yeah, it's basically what it amounts to, so not surprised. Anyway, what I really wanted to get to, because Sign is still here, is this one.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Let me post it around so everyone has access to it. The devil on the prince's shoulder. On her 14th birthday in this new world, Tanya found herself surrounded by a loving family. The only thing that wouldn't give her peace was the disgusting smell coming from the oatmeal, and the fact that none of the adults seemed to notice it, continuing to eat the foul-smelling bread. Arthas Menethil adopts Tanya. During the purging of Stratford.
Oh, God.
Hear Grace suffering.
So, the main problem with this premise, right from the get-go, as I have already read the summary, is Arthas and the mages, his that are still with him, I am 80% sure, don't have a way to actually test if somebody has been infected by the plague until they die.
They don't. That's why Stratholm was a thing.
Yeah, they don't have a way to test, but it's obvious when someone has eaten the grain. But they don't actually have a way to test people to see who.
Well, to be clear, it's usually obvious.
Well, when I say it's obvious, what I mean is it's obvious when they're about to turn that they've eaten the grain.
Yes. Yeah. In Warcraft 3, it was a gameplay mechanic. Yes, you could tell that this civilian was about to turn. In the actual lore thing, I don't remember if they had any. Which, if that's the case, then it's kill on sight no matter what.
Yep,
which means right from the get-go, Tanya dies.
Yep. But let's
it's either that or she becomes a necromancer.
Yeah, true. Honestly, I don't think it would work out too great for her.
Nope.
The Scourge is way too inefficient.
Yes.
Not
Meanwhile,
no, you don't understand, Aura. The Scourge got up to some silly shit because... So, canonically, the reason why the Scourge was so incompetent is because, basically, I would say a good, say 70% or higher of their mage forces were dropouts, burnouts, power-hungry idiots. Basically, all of the people that you would never want to gain power in the magical world were rejected from gaining power by the magical world because the magical world was not filled with idiots at the top and were like, yeah, we're going to deny you a promotion. We're going to deny you access to this book. We're going to deny you, this, discretionary fund that you've requested because you're fucking insane. You're useless. You're stupid, etc., etc., etc. And so when the Scourge came around, their main recruitment method was, don't you hate those stupid mages at the top? They're just trying to hold you down. Join the Scourge and we'll give you unlimited power.
Specifically, it was the Cult of the Damned.
Yeah.
Who went around and did this.
Yeah. But still, basically, they just got a bunch of fucking idiots. And so, technically, yeah, they're decent at magic, but most of them were barely able to cast Frostbolt.
A good amount of them had the magic in order to, actually do stuff. Whether that's a Shadowbolt, a Frostbolt, whatever. The majority of them were only useful as ritual fodder.
And that's why they do so many silly things canonically, is because usually the head researchers, air quotes, are just completely off their fucking rocker. Like, before they became necromancers, they were off their fucking rocker.
Yeah. And then you have
wizard does
top
not know
5
right from wrong.
And then you have the top 5% who have managed to get through that. They actually know what the fuck they're doing. And then they become liches, which does a wisdom debuff of -20.
Yeah, basically.
That is not even a joke, because every single one of them basically loses all common sense and does the stupidest thing possible because Wululu.
Yeah, effectively. Yeah.
There's not even a reason. They're stupid. And they do political infighting amongst themselves, which
now
gets
that
them
I'm
killed.
immortal, time to politically infight. Dies.
And then dies.
It's
Oh,
not
I'll
like they can
reform.
steal me anymore.
My rival steals my phylactery and destroys it. Oh,
No.
shit.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just make your phylactery the moon, bro?
Usually because they can't get to the moon.
They can't get to the moon, and even if they could, bronze happens.
Yeah.
True.
Why didn't you just make your phylactery a mountain, bro?
Bronze happens.
Bronze happens.
What's bronze?
The
Bronze Dragonflight.
Bronze Dragonflight are the arbiters of time, and basically they have this one true timeline of certain people are supposed to live, certain people are supposed to die at certain times, and any deviation from that has them going back in time and basically revisioning time until the one true path occurs.
Yep.
So how long until somebody steals a bronze dragonflight's power?
You don't. You lose.
You don't.
You don't, because when you do, the bronze dragonflight says nuh-uh.
Yeah,
effectively every single time.
And then kill you in the past when you're weaker.
Oh. Okay.
Is the actual logic of it. It does not matter how many times you actually win, the bronze will continue to go after you. And the only way that you can actually beat the dragonflight is if you have the infinites on your side, who are their sworn enemies, also themselves. Bronze fuckery.
Bronze fuckery.
And you are effectively immortal. Through both magic and physical.
The infinite dragonflight is all of the bronze dragonflight members that made it to the end of the timeline and went crazy from the revelation of what was at the end of the timeline.
Was it the game shutting down?
Nope.
Yeah, effectively.
Yes and no. They saw the end of the world, and they went, we need to find a way to stop this. And so they went infinite. Except the infinite are also being deceived because the one true timeline doesn't actually lead to the planet ending. It leads to what the old gods have corrupted the timeline into an illusion to showcase.
Yeah. Because, they can
So
just do that, apparently.
It's just them trolling.
Yes, they're being trolled really hard. They're being trolled so hard, a separate timeline version of themselves went crazy and tries to kill the other timeline version of themselves.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one dragon. There's one dragon that has 3 copies of himself trying to kill him.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow,
So that's
nuts.
the reason why is that typically in 99% of Warcraft stories, the Bronze Dragonflight is either just never brought up or ignored, because it's really frustrating to write them into a story, unless you have say like a Destiny character or say Quailor, and you can just be like, actually, I say fuck your time shenanigans.
Yeah. You have to have something that either beats... You have to have something that either beats time magic or makes you effectively immortal to their bullshittery, no matter what time you have arrived in Azeroth. Because their scope is limited to Azeroth.
Yeah.
They can't go far back, they can't go farther forward.
Okay, clearly, Sneaky, we need a 10,000 word shitpost of Jack Racken has fun trolling the Bronze Dragons.
We've defeated you, Naden.
Just by being Jack Racken.
We deleted you.
I don't think so, bud.
No,
we made sure you never existed. Yeah, but that's boring.
Nah.
That didn't happen.
I think the craziest part is I did reread through the chapter where he does that bullshit and is like, this is just pure fighting will. And I'm like, that just tells me that he didn't want to take the hassle of actually undoing the deletion. But he was willing to half-ass this much.
Yes, he was willing to half-ass himself back into existence.
Because he's still got one more thing to teach.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, the moment they were on the outskirts of Strathlum, specifically on the bridge leading to the main part of the city, here they were waiting for Lord Uther, the paladin who had come to their aid not long ago during the battle with the undead at Hearthglen. Besides Tanya and the prince himself, Jaina Proudmoore was also with them. Man, this guy really loves using colons. A powerful mage whom Arthas had previously sent to call for reinforcements. Okay, so apparently Tanya wasn't in Strathlum, she was in Hearthglen? Question mark,
well, okay,
maybe?
I mean, fine, yeah, she'll live.
But apparently he just decided to take this random 14-year-old with him.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Who doesn't have any combat training or mage training?
Yeah, Uther would go absolutely not small child, now go home.
Well, I mean, they killed her family.
She's from Brill.
Oh.
Wait, why is she there if she's from Brill?
There wasn't anything at Brill, if I recall right.
Well, I mean, it was an infected town.
Was it?
Well,
yeah.
But
I thought it wasn't
the old adage, never abuse a colon. True, Isley.
The problem I'm having is I don't remember her, because Brill did get infected. That's part of the reason why Lordaeron fell. But I don't remember if Arthas himself went through Brill. That's the part I don't remember.
That's fair, yeah. That's fair. I don't know about that one, yeah. No,
No, Stratholme was the last point in Lordaeron, then he went to Northrend.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm saying I thought that Brill got the grain infection after the fact.
No.
No.
So if the grain infection happened, it was earlier. The point where Arthas comes back from Northrend, he kills his father, and basically wipes out the kingdom.
Right.
There's, at that point, no more grain being done because the Scourge is running rampant and just killing and raising everything.
Yeah, so anything involving grain would have been before that, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, it was strange. What seemed like a strange decision found its explanation once Tanya listened to the conversation between the two, discussion of Hearthglen, cheerful chat, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Canon event, canon event, canon event, canon event, canon event, canon event, canon event. Tanya frowned at his rush to conclusion. She herself was living proof that not everyone in the city was infected. Yes, but it's a fucking city. It's a little bit different than a 50-person village.
Yeah, I would just say,
Yeah.
A, it's a little bit different, and B, you still don't have a way to tell who's infected easily unless they're about to die and turn into a zombie. Now, I do want to be clear. I think Arthas was wrong. He didn't need to go racing off to Northrend. You could have quarantined that town and not just started killing people.
Only hot takes.
No, Arthas did nothing
No,
wrong.
no, so unfortunately the game does a good job of proving Arthas right, because the problem is that his initial assumption that he has to purge the town is wrong, but then when Vathramas.
No, it's Mal'Ganis in this one.
Mal'Ganis, right, Mal'Ganis. Then when Mal'Ganis shows up and starts mass converting in a ritual, then the only reason why ultimately that Strathlome didn't turn into a breaking event for Lordaeron is because he was already starting to purge the town.
The thing to remember about Stratholme is it was the biggest city of Lordaeron, bar none, including the capital city itself.
Yeah.
It was the main trade hub. It was the main port. It was the largest concentration of farmland going to a city. It was quite literally the town of the north.
And so ultimately, basically, the problem comes is that if he didn't start purging when he started purging, then Mal'Ganis would have been able to convert enough of the city to overwhelm his forces.
To put this in numbers roughly, it would have been 10,000 to 100,000 citizens easily got turned into mindless undead, which he had maybe 100, 200. Which highly trained foot soldiers of Lordaeron, some paladins, some mages, etc.
Yeah, he didn't actually have the army with him. He had like basically a ranging force.
He had his guard that was running around with him. He had Jaina, and that was it. Because the Paladin Order, the Silver Hand, was with Uther, who is running around trying to do his own thing and get the king to help out. And investigate. Antonidas of Dalaran was trying to figure shit out, and that's why Jaina got sent.
Yeah. But yeah, so he didn't have like an actual. What I'm trying to say, Gray, is like he didn't have like a legion. He didn't have like the first and second legion with him. He didn't. That came later. But like right
he
now,
had the first legion.
He had just his guard.
After Stratholme, he had the first legion.
Yeah. So unfortunately Arthas was wrong until he was right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, if Uther had actually stayed and their tempers hadn't exploded on one another, he would have seen that Stratholme was lost. Because Uther didn't go in to Stratholme. He didn't see everything that was going on.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 canon. Hearing this, Tanya hissed, she knew the prince could be stubborn, but not this much. Canon. Lord Uther, Prince Arthas, forgive my boldness, I have a suggestion. A child, Uther interrupted. Arthas, what are you thinking, bringing a child with you? Wow, okay, so fucking you're actually doing the characters correctly.
Yes.
So... that is an M-dash.
Unfortunate.
I use them best sometimes. They don't mean anything.
Yeah, I know, but are you writing this story correctly, or are you having an AI write this story correctly?
This is a good question.
Arthas did very little wrong and nothing wrong at Strathlum. Yeah, Arthas made a couple of mistakes.
Just
he
a
might have
few.
done a thing or two wrong.
It's not like he made as many mistakes as some other characters.
Tanya involuntarily grimaced,
Medivh.
but quickly pulled herself together.
Don't talk about Medivh.
They were facing a crisis that could
No,
ruin
you
a
can't
kingdom.
use Medivh as the example.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Literally,
hold on a minute.
no one in the history of Azeroth has been as wrong as Medivh.
That's like saying, like, oh yeah, fucking Palpatine was wrong.
Ashara.
Yeah, no shit.
What? Oh.
All right,
Ashara is worse than Medivh.
All right, fine. Almost nobody was as wrong as Medivh.
Yeah.
True.
Malagos.
I said almost.
Hey, we said almost. Malgo, if we don't... Okay.
With all due respect, Lord Uther, when death comes to your home, age stops mattering. Blah, 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 blah. Lecturing Uther. Blah, blah, blah. Lecturing Uther about the horrors of war. Really? Okay, is that really gonna...
Uther? We're gonna lecture Uther about the horrors of war?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna lecture Uther, dude.
Yep, and it's super effective against Uther, and his hand is shaking. Leave your pity where I left my childhood, on the streets of dead. Tanya dismissed coldly. If we do nothing, Strathlum is doomed, and sooner or later the city will repeat Brill. She rubbed the scar on her cheek. That's what she got for letting her guard down. She had no doubt that being X was the cause of the plague. Yeah, definitely. Being X has a name. His name's Sargeras.
Good news, Tanya. It's not being X. It's Sargeras.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Sargeras.
This is the shittiest version of Who's
God.
That Pokemon ever.
All you see is the hand with the sword.
Uther, instead of refusing outright, shifted to a more constructive form of conversation. We sure shouldn't slaughter the population. We won't. First, we need to seal off the exits so the infected can't leave. Our goal will be to evacuate as many healthy people as possible. We need cooperation of the local administration. How can we determine who's infected? Outward symptoms of coughing and chills, general paleness, emotional instability. There are signs even ordinary knights can recognize. The infected also feel like undead. It's difficult to determine who exactly is in a large crowd, but smaller groups might be possible. If you use the light on them, the light knows you do not intend harm, Prince. Even if it costs a life, you saved a soul. Arthas tried to help infected villagers with magic, and it killed them with it. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so they're gonna quarantine the city instead. Which is fine, except for the part where the administration of Strathlum is the Cult of the Damned.
Yep. Like the actual magistrate, who was Tyrion Fordring's apprentice. I learned that recently. Hey.
Oh!
Yes. So, he is part of the cult. He specifically welcomed the Cult of the Damned because eternal life and power, despite being a paladin. No one said that he was smart.
Interesting that a lot of RTS games had a plot about people being misled by a evil power. It was like constant, like It happened in Dawn of War and it happened in Warcraft.
It happens
It's
in
weird that
every
it happens.
RTS game because it's a very easy premise.
Yeah, I know.
It's an
funny
easy
that it
premise.
Man, it sure is
Yeah.
crazy that all of these video games use the same easy premise for the premise of their video games. Yeah, it knows.
Yeah, I'm just commenting on it. Don't have to be a fucking ass about it, cunt. Fuck
Man,
you.
it's almost like it's a genre-defining cliche.
It's almost like it's supposed to be there so that it's readily accessible without spending 100 hours trying to figure out what the bad guy is. Woo!
It's also one of the oldest cliches ever, dating back to biblical time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm making fun of your nose. You chose to pick like the one thing about RPGs that pretty much all of them share. Except for those modern indie ones who think they're being avant-garde by not doing it. Which, I mean, some of them are.
Some of them are. But dime in 2 dozen.
Yeah.
At best.
Any further questions? Agamand, she gave the surname. Miss Agamand. Okay.
Tanya
What do you know about
Agamand.
the light? If I'm not mistaken, sulfur, essential decay, a demon. She didn't know what demons were like in this world, but if this had provoked a reaction from the paladin, all of their plans going straight to hell. The day drained her, blah, blah, blah. Camp was closed. Tanya pushed away. Child of war. Oh, wow. Oh, Medivh showed up. Child
Medivh,
of war,
who's
I'm here
already...
to warn you. The girl did not answer. She placed a hand on her blade and prepared a
Medivh,
spell.
who's
Of course.
already useless and
Oh!
infected with the Fel.
She's
No, he's
self-taught
past
with
that.
magic, of course, obviously. Yeah, that's how that works in this world.
Are they saying her actual magic that she already knows works?
Well, she's preparing a spell in case she needs to retreat, so I don't know what they're saying, but she is using a spell without the, fucking, clockwork.
Yeah, she doesn't actually
They don't have the
need
computation
that.
orb.
Well, she doesn't
Yeah, they don't actually need
it. That's true, but she would
The-
need it.
She would need it if the magic system is different.
I got news
Which
for
it
you.
is.
It's wildly different.
It's wildly different. Yeah.
It is
I mean, if you
very...
came out and said, "Look, her magic worked here because magic is magic," they use a different way of doing their
Arcane is
magic.
yes, arcane is math
Arcane.
magic. However, the problem is that to use arcane, you're not just using mana. Mana is mana. You have to convert the mana into arcane mana to use a spell that's of arcane nature.
And then
Yeah,
depending
Tanya just
upon
uses
which
mana.
branch... Yep. And depending upon which branch, you then have to convert it into a different thing after you convert it into order or arcane magic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
So
if
the same thing across every single discipline, from the druids. It's sorta.
Self-teaching only really works with like nature, like
I would say
nature
nature and the light.
Yeah, basically.
The light is a weird case in that you can learn it by yourself. Obviously, you're going to be better with somebody holding your hand and guiding you for obvious reasons.
Not
but it's
really.
mainly faith.
So the reason why, because the reason why that the way the light works in World of Warcraft and Warcraft in general, is that you have to believe that what you're doing is the right thing for the light to work, and obviously it's going to be easier for you to believe that you're doing the right thing if someone is next to you telling you that you're doing the right thing. So learning how to use the light from someone else makes it easier to use the light because they're telling you what to believe, and you're like, yeah, totally, yeah.
So what you're saying is Tanya goes, I believe I'm doing the right thing, and it fucking works every time because she always
because you
believes
have to
she's doing
earnestly
the right
believe
thing.
you're doing the right thing.
You can't
Yes,
wordplay your can't wordplay your way into it. If Tanya's whole thing is I'm doing the wrong thing, but I'm technically
but
in
for the right reasons.
No, doesn't work.
No, she's not doing it for the right reason.
Doesn't work that
She
way,
is
Sign.
doing it technically. I am technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
The best kind of correct.
The light
Right.
says, no, we don't care about technically correct. We don't even care. If you honestly believe that 2 + 2 = 5, genuinely honestly believe it, the light works for you.
Oh, so she'd be completely unable to use it then.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's what we're saying. She would literally never be able to use the light. Ever.
Well, no, she would be able to use the light. There's plenty of things that she honestly, genuinely believes that she is in the right on doing.
Yeah.
It's that too often she relies on being technically correct by society standards to justify what she is doing to herself and others, and that doesn't get you the light. Like killing communists, that would get her the light. She genuinely believes she is doing the right thing, smoting communists.
Yeah, no, that's actually when she's fighting communists, she'd be like, "Yeah, this is right. I am doing the correct thing."
The light works off of belief and faith. If you have been taught from birth that, hey, I believe in justice for every single person, it does not matter if you are the peasant or the king, you do what is necessary for your family, your people, your kingdom, you will be rewarded by the light. That is how it would work, so long as you have the mana to actually connect to it.
Yeah. Also, it's a self-reinforcing cognito hazard. So the more times you use the light to justify something you're doing, the more it affects you to make you believe in that thing. So basically, paladins that, like, that's the reason, basically, canonically, why paladins were really fucking stupid, is that because they believed in things like fairness, every time they were channeling the light, believing in fairness, they got mentally cognito hazard into believing fairness, like, even illogically.
It's also one of those things where they, to be clear, that is the paladins using the light, we, the fans, now later on they do eventually figure this out, but we, the fans, know that using the light responds to you think you're right. They don't know that.
They had a whole religion. Yeah.
They just think that they're using the light, and the light is supporting them because they're doing the right thing, the correct thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's why a bunch of terrorists were able to keep using the light despite being terrorists, is because they genuinely believed they were doing the right thing the whole time.
Yeah. It's also why it's very, very, very telling that after Strathholm, Arthas can keep using the light pretty much right up until the moment when he fucking murders his friend.
Well, no, he murders his friend because he can't use the light anymore, and it's because
I thought you were still able to, or is that just mechanically that you can still?
That's just mechanically. The reason why he took Frostmourne is because the light was starting to, air quotes, fail him.
Yeah, okay. That's what it was. Sorry, I was confusing the mechanic with the narrative. But yeah.
He basically lost his ability canonically around the time of the burning of the boats because he knew it was, like, the wrong thing to do to doom his men to what he was doing to them. But he was like, well, no, but it's the right thing to do, but it's still wrong.
Yeah.
Not only that, it was also
the light started.
The working with the mercenaries and then basically selling them out.
Yeah. That, but yeah, right, because it's really important. he can totally keep using the light after Strathholm.
Yeah.
Which,
because he
as we
earnestly
said,
believes
is a
that was the correct.
yes, which, as we said, self-reinforcing cognito hazard, because then he could walk up to Uther and go, Uther, this was the right. Let's say he never left, and he just stuck around after Strathholm. He could then go to Uther and go, Uther, I killed every man, woman, and child in that city, and the light is still giving me the light. So I did the right thing. And because they don't know any better, at that point, Uther would either have a massive crisis of faith, and then he loses the ability to use the light, which there's then two possibilities of he continues not to use the light and maybe he goes on a journey of revelation and goes, maybe the light isn't what I thought it was, or the reinforcing cognito hazard then reinforces itself again and he goes, that must have been the right thing to do, and then he gets the light back and goes, oh, I got the light back. I came to the right conclusion. Or alternately, he decides that something else is going on and Arthas was wrong and
What do
they
you
have like
mean
a
he
light
adds
schism.
Mary Sue in Chapter 2?
Oh
Oh,
no.
You can't
You've
add
got
Mary Sue unless
plenty.
you have a specific thing, and unfortunately for this, that doesn't work because Tanya is in the right here. Unless you literally go, Mary Sue is part of the cult of the damned for some reason, that doesn't work because the two hate each other's guts.
Wait, she's a twisting Nothrazine?
Oh, what?
That doesn't work. That doesn't work for many reasons. Number one being, those are manipulative demons. Mary Sue don't have a manipulative bone in her body.
Yeah, she couldn't manipulate her way out of a paper
No.
fucking bag.
No, she's a fucking idiot.
She's a berserker. That's it. She's not.
Yes.
She's not an idiot per se because she is decently smart. It's just she has tunnel vision and she berserks really easily on the things that piss her off effectively.
God, I took fucking mental damage from that. All right, well, yeah, we're I'm not reading more. We're just gonna end it here.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, no, we're good.
But hey, new episode tomorrow.
Indeed. And we will
3
see
more weeks
everyone
for
on
me.
Friday. And hopefully I will not be as sick.
Hopefully. Sounds like you need some antibiotics or something.
Yeah, I probably do have to grab some antibiotics.
I need to give you that good shit.
They did give me the good shit.
It wore off.
I ran out.
Ran out.
You couldn't go renew it?
No, it was a one-time thing. I have to go back in for another round. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
They just didn't know if I was going to need the extra pills, and they were like, well, if it's still a problem, come back in. And I'm like, alright, fuck. Alright, gentlemen. See you all on Friday, because there's always more, and it's somehow always